Is that any better? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Oh, good now. Good. Yeah, my mic plays up. But it sound like Pinky and Perky, or it doesn't work at all. Quite an old camera. It's like older than the PC. It's not really in line with it, if you know what I mean. No, I was saying, I'm going to repeat myself again. I'm going through all my compilations on CD and back them up once again because I'm going to give them away to charity. I've got quite a few bags worth actually behind me. CDs which some of which I've probably held on to I don't know, 25, 30 years. So yes, I'm going to back them up to my computer once more and save them to my hard drive. As my previous disk writer was a bit temperamental. Sometimes it will work successfully. Sometimes it will rip like, I don't know, 90% of the disc and leave the other tracks undone because you just won't be able to read them for whatever reason. Just like you kind of like it fatigues, you know. But this one I brought about a year or two ago now is superb. It just reads everything. Don't have any problems with it. It's been brilliant actually. This is probably the best computer actually I've ever owned. And it's not particularly anything special, it's just all the things I've added to it. Good evening. How you doing? How you doing, sir? You can all hear me correctly, all right? I guess, I assume. It's not just Jim who's having problems with hearing me. You all can hear me. I'm currently waiting for a certain person to jump on. I don't want to say who it is. I want it to be a surprise. I've got a certain guest coming on. So it will hopefully show up in the chat. How's everybody's weekend so far? What's left of it? I seem to be getting lazier, I think, on Sundays. I just sit around listening to music for hours on a Sunday. I've got like a Sunday playlist I've got on iTunes and I just go through it. Just some really nice, relaxing stuff. Everything from jazz to indie. Oldies. Just stuff I like to listen to on a Sunday. I'm all right about today. I'll catch the stream. Repeat later for sure. Okay, Richard, no problem. Oh, really? Again? That's like 3 losses, isn't it? Look, you played Man United, didn't you? Bloody hell. You could bet your mortgage on Liverpool beating Man United. Yeah, Spurs lost today. It's the second loss of the season. 2 losses at home for Tottenham. Good away form, but not so good at home. You can't get beaten at home. You know, you've got to set up a fortress at home. Hey, Michael. Okay, righto. I will stick the link out then for Michael who wants to jump on. Yes, it looks like it's very much going Arsenal's way this season, doesn't it? God, I hope they don't win the Premier League. I've got a feeling that they're gonna. Mind you, it's early days yet. Anything can happen. I'm not expecting that much from my team. I think Palace are going to have a good season this season. Do I have a favourite James album? Yeah, I do. Favourite James album. Let's have a look. Here he is. Yeah, I'd probably say Jimmy. It's probably Laid, but Whiplash is very much up there as well. But yeah, probably Laid just edges it for me. You all right, Michael?
I was going to say Laid.
How you doing?
How am I coming in?
I can just about hear you.
Okay, hold on. Let me check my audio.
You're not as loud as me.
Hold on. Testing 1. Is that better?
That's better. Yeah, that's better.
Do you need to turn it up, or is that fine?
That's fine. That's fine.
Okay, great. Yeah, I was saying that I would say Laid, although I don't have every James album. And Simon, I could kick myself because I was coming home one day. This was only 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And within a half a mile of my house, there's a venue. And I looked up on the marquee and it said James sold out. And I went, oh my God.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
When I saw the marquee, it was only a night before the actual show. I didn't even know they were coming to town, and they were just half a mile up the street.
Shit.
I love James, man.
I do. I love James. One of my favourite Manchester bands.
Yeah, I'm so ticked that I missed him. So I hope maybe on next year or something.
Yeah,
But,
Say Something is a brilliant song, Jimmy. Brilliant song.
oh, isn't it, man? And Born to Frustration. Woo! Yeah. I love that too. So how are you, Simon?
I'm very well. Mate, how are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
Good.
I guess you could say I'm kind of in mourning myself. We lost one of the great ones, Ace Frehley.
Yes, I heard about that. I was on a live stream yesterday. No, Friday with Richard Vinyl Tap House, and he dedicated his live stream to the Kiss member. So yeah, we were talking about that.
Yeah, Kiss was the first band I ever saw live when I was
Yeah.
when I was a teenager. It was the concert tour right after the one that blew them up when they did the first Kiss Alive album from Detroit. That's
Yeah.
what blew them up into superstardom. And
Yeah,
then the next year when they toured, that's the show I saw. But I was into them, man, before they even had that live show in Detroit. I had just started getting into them when they were just still big in like mostly like New York and the East Coast, Midwest.
They didn't really get big until about their third album in, did they? I think it was Dress to Kill, wasn't it? And then they became huge.
Right, because
Certainly in America,
Hot
anyway.
in Hell was already out. What's the other one? The one that was just called Kiss, with just the four faces on the cover, sort of Beatles style.
Yeah.
Yeah, but even back then, man, Ace was always my favorite of the four.
Yeah.
And, you know, he was just the coolest, and especially, you know, he had a guitar that smoked, lit up, you know, this big bright light, illuminate light came from. I mean, and then his style of guitar, he taught himself. He never learned
A lot of them do, don't they? A lot of them do.
Yeah, he was totally self-taught. Where he wasn't as what's the word we want to say, technical, like with a lot of, you know, I mean, he had speed, but he wasn't like a technical player. His mostly was feel, but it was different than anybody had ever done, and he created something that everybody, or at least a generation, wanted to emulate. He was very influential as a guitar player.
He was. Just reading the comments. Martin says, Simon, I do laugh when bands like Kaiser Chiefs and Hi-Fi get mentioned. Not great, but I enjoy them from time to time. Yeah, I agree. I like the hits from the Kaiser Chiefs. I know they get a bit of a bad rep in the community, but I do still like the hits from time to time. And Hi-Fi, I think, have got some good hits as well.
I'm not that familiar with the Kaiser Chiefs. I've probably heard them, probably many times, but not exactly sure of any. Is there any specific songs that they're known for, or are they kind of more? I don't know.
Kaiser Chiefs. Yeah, I Predict Riot. They got a string of hits.
Where are they from?
Oh, good question. Good question.
So they're not necessarily from the States or Europe. You're not sure, right?
No, they're from England.
Oh, okay, okay. That's at least okay. That's all I wanted to know. All right, so cool. I bet I've heard them before. I'm sure I have. I just don't recognize them enough to call it out by name. Pardon me. Wish I had some. Where's my trinket?
From Leeds, actually, where I've just been.
Was that again?
So, they're from Leeds.
Oh,
Incidentally, where I've just been. So yeah, songs such as Ruby, I Predict a Riot, Every Day I Love You Less and Less.
a lot of great music out of Leeds.
There is, yeah, there's a good base for music, Leeds.
Yeah.
Oh My God, that's another big song of theirs.
Huh. Like I said, you know, possibly if I heard it, I'd go, ah, I got you.
Oh yeah, definitely. You would have heard them.
Like, you know, even being a DJ, I haven't heard everything.
No, of course not. I mean, no one's heard everything, can they? Even I get introduced to new stuff. Even I'm learning. I know.
Dude,
I know.
I get
Yeah.
new. Yeah.
I know. Wasn't Johnny Marr recently on tour with James in the States? Possibly. Yeah, possibly. I think he was, wasn't
You know something? If that's the case, I have not. Now I know that show that marquee just said James. If Johnny Marr was with them, Johnny Marr would be headlining. I'm pretty sure.
he?
And even if he wasn't, he'd be on that marquee with them. There's no way you wouldn't put Johnny Marr on the marquee. So I'm assuming that. Wow, I can't remember the last time James came to the States. That would be twice within like a year.
Let's just have a look of where they are going on tour.
I got a feeling they toured with Mar, and then they're probably now just touring solo, or they're hitting. But I've never known James to come over to the States and spend that much time in a 2 year span. You know, that's pretty cool.
Hmm.
Yeah, Soft Cell. You're right. Soft Cell did form in Leeds. Oh, that's Spring Hill Gym. Yeah, hey Spring Hill. Yep, Soft Cell for sure.
Well, they're everywhere. They're everywhere. So on November they're going to Chile.
Yeah, but they're touring like they're not touring with Mar though, right? They're
No,
on their
there's nothing here that states that.
yeah.
Um,
I think they probably did a tour with him and then finished that up and then they went on their merry way.
right. Yeah, they got Chile in the 7th. On the 7th of November they got Chile. Then it's 9th of November they're in Peru. 12th of November they're in Brazil. Then they got another Brazil next day.
Oh,
The
darn it.
16th of November they're in Mexico.
Ah, it kills me. So they came through here like the first leg. They must have did the States first.
They've been gone by the looks of it, yeah.
Yeah, they did the States and then went to the UK. That's interesting.
Well, they've probably done the UK already, but they're coming back to the UK next year in April. They're going to Birmingham.
Oh man,
Then they're doing Leeds, Aberdeen, Glasgow, Newcastle, Liverpool, Cardiff, Nottingham. The 17th of April they're in London at the O2.
Oh man.
And on the 18th of April, they're in Manchester at the Co-op Live. So if you're in Manchester, which they are a Manchester band, 18th of April next year.
I bet they won't be back this way for a while. I mean, because I hardly ever hear of James coming through.
They're still making albums. They're still producing. I brought their last album, Yummy, but I've not actually got around to listening to it yet.
Yeah, was it the Pontiac Silverdome is where I saw them years ago. Was it? I'm trying to remember. I'm pretty sure it was because I sometimes I get these two concerts confused, but I think it was. I keep thinking it was James opening for Peter Gabriel, but I'm pretty sure that was Duran Duran that opened for Peter Gabriel that I saw. But I'm getting those two shows kind of blurry.
Right.
Well, one of these days we're going to go. Every band has tour archives, and you can see.
I'm seeing a band next week.
Who's that? Who are you going to see?
The Lightning Seeds on Thursday.
Yeah, what, dude? You've been around forever.
Yeah, they've been around since the late 80s.
Yes,
Yeah.
Lightning Seeds.
Yes, the Lightning Seeds. So yeah, Ian Brody's band. So yeah, that's near a hometown. Well, near my hometown, not in my hometown, but fairly near.
That's going to be awesome, man.
Yeah, I really look forward to it. So I'm right next to almost the band on the floor, They
Yeah.
got the whole seating area has been sold out, so I'll be standing now. So I don't mind that.
Dude, we're we haven't been short on like 80s bands coming through here, like crazy, man. Which is really cool to be able.
It used to be quite a revival, wasn't it? A lot of the 80s and 90s.
It's crazy. This I saw Front 242 this year. Devo, um, Gary Newman, Ministry, Frontline Assembly. Did I say Front 242?
Yeah.
Um, keep thinking there's. Yeah, I mean that's quite a few right there. Well, a couple of bands were on the same bill. Gary Newman and no, I take that back. It was a Ministry tour, and it was Ministry with Gary Newman and Frontline Assembly. That was all three on the same bill.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I said Front 242. Yeah, Devo. I was kind of disappointed though in the Devo show. I mean,
Yeah.
I've seen them like two or three times, like two or three times, and they were great. But for some strange reason, this show was kind of, I don't know, it was a little flat. I thought, which I didn't think I'd ever say about Devo. They tend to be very technical and right on it. But I don't know, they were a little off. I thought this time around, but
Mm.
I'm happy to see these guys still out there doing it anyway. To be honest.
I am. I applaud anyone that keeps going all these years later.
Yeah. One of my pet peeves is when people say, they should or he should or she should retire. They're getting too old. They need to get off the stage. My thing is, Simon, if if you gave me the choice, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind dying on stage while I was performing. To me, that would be the ultimate. You won't be dying alone. You'll have people around you. It'd be great, man. I mean, I, I'd rather die on stage than like bedside with everybody hanging around me, looking down at me.
Well, if it's your passion, you'll be doing something you love, wouldn't you?
Dude, I'm telling you, man. If I had to, if you told me, you say, listen, we're going to give you a choice on how to die. You got one choice. I want to die on stage performing.
Yeah.
Yep. That'd be
There's
awesome.
there's some that have, haven't there, in the past.
What was that again?
There's some that have.
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely. I can't think of them right off the bat, but I remember seeing this small video on YouTube. This one guy was in his church, and he's doing a solo away from the choir, and he dropped dead.
Yeah, it
And,
happens.
and the guy was in his 20s.
Yes, of course. Tommy Cooper. That's right.
Oh, Tommy Cooper did.
Yeah, UK comedian.
There's some other like really big. I know there was another big deal who died on stage. I know there's been more than one rock star, like in like classic rock. I think there's been a few who have. I'm sure there's a small list. Are you checking it out?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a list. Spring Hill, you saw Morrissey where? Yeah, I'm a huge Morrissey fan. Major,
Yeah,
major
bring him
Morris.
in as well. Big fan.
Yeah, I mean,
Recently, Fat Man Scoop, August last year.
wait a minute, wait a minute. I knew he died, but he died on stage.
Yeah,
Wow,
collapsing on
dude.
stage during a show in the US.
I knew he died, but I remember, man, when he and his then wife, not anymore, Lashonda, they were some of the first. They had one of the first YouTube channel shows.
You've got you've got Mark Sandman, who was the singer from the band Morphine. You would know them.
Yes,
He,
absolutely.
he
And
had a heart attack whilst performing a music festival in Rome in 2004.
yeah, man. And plus, they said he was. They said he was on. He was doing heroin or something.
Was he? I don't
Yeah,
know.
I'm pretty sure that band had major drug problems. So I'm sure that didn't help with his situation.
Yeah, isn't one of the albums called Cure for the Pain or something like that, isn't it? Sort of drug references.
Yeah, well, the music sounded like you're on it.
Yeah, kind of
It was very slow, or at least a lot of it was. But then again, there were a lot of bands doing that kind of stuff that was really cool. Like,
they kind of had that jazz kind of fusion sound, didn't they?
yeah, yeah, it was like a jazz, but it almost had almost like a southern feel because it had those twangy guitar kind of stuff in it or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah, it did. Yeah.
You know, like Cowboy Junkies and what's that other. Well, back then, man, that kind of stuff was kind of, had a couple of years, a strong run of bands came out doing it, just like the band Low. I really dig Low, and they do a lot of very slow stuff.
You've got Rob Walker here says the over 50s are embarrassing, like channels by over 50-year-olds. Look at Weller and McCartney and Robert Smith. The list is endless. All the best music is produced by under 30-year-olds. That's fact.
Well,
Yeah,
and there was a YouTube. There's a guy who has this YouTube channel where he talks about, hey, it's the best creative years behind artists who, after 30. And I go, you're out of your crazy freaking mind.
I tend to agree. I think people write their best stuff early in their 20s and 30s, and then after them.
I don't believe that holds true for everybody. As a matter of fact, I'm listening to people now that I've been listening to for 40 years, and they're coming up with stuff now. I'm going, wow.
Mm.
As a matter of fact, I was just listening to Wolfgang Fleur. He's
Some make incredible comebacks, don't they? Years later, don't they? They're just, we have seen it.
dude. I'm some of the best OMD stuff has happened since they reunited. Before they.
I mean, Cliff Richard had a resurgence in the 80s when he was about 50 odd, wasn't he? So,
Yeah. So
it
that's that's too much of a blanket statement to say that after 30. I mean, that's ridiculous. I just doesn't hold true to me. But if that's where your ear is, that's where your ear is. I haven't found that to be true with everybody, but
there's going to be new generations of fans that kind of want to see these stars, though, isn't there?
even at their age, yeah. I mean, you get
Certainly McCartney, anyway.
when I go see some of these shows, and like when you go see the Lightning Seeds, dude, you're gonna see 20-year-olds there probably.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. I mean, they're probably in their 50s now, aren't they?
Dude, I saw several generations of people in the crowd at Devo.
Yeah. Morrissey is in his 60s and then people
Dude,
see my
if you look at any of these Morrissey concerts like he's doing right now, go on YouTube and look at some of his newest concerts.
yeah.
And they're chicks in the front row, man. There's like, and they're 20 something years old. And they're looking up at him like he's, God. So
Yeah.
but isn't that the beauty of music? I mean, it's just awesome, man. You gotta love that.
Music is the food of love, as they say.
It transcends. That's why it's timeless, because it transcends all generations.
It is timeless. It is, because
I mean,
people don't visualize how they look now. They remember how the music sounded back then. They carry that with them. That is present with them, isn't it?
yeah, that's your torch that you carry through life.
Yeah, yeah.
No?
Morrissey and the Smiths are timeless. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, I listen to Morrissey all the time. It's like I've never stopped listening to Morrissey since the '80s. I mean, from the very moment he was with the Smiths to his breakup and he started his solo career, I've been following him all the way up to today. Never stop.
Yeah.
Haven't liked everything that he's done, but I've liked 80%. And that's a hell of a lot over a career that he's had. To like that much material over that many years, because that guy is prolific. He writes all and puts stuff out all the time.
Favorite Morrissey and Smith song?
Well,
Could you do a top three?
How Soon Is Now is so monumental. It's ridiculous. But that might still be, that might reign supreme. There's all kinds of reasons why that song is
I think my top three would be, this is not in order.
Go ahead.
Every Day Is Like Sunday. Heaven Knows I'm Miserable Now. And I think Suede Head would be my top three.
Okay, now I told you what my favorite Smith song was. Morrissey.
It's got to be Suede Head, isn't it? Surely.
I'm thinking it's Suede Head.
Yeah.
And then Every Day Is Like Sunday. Every Day Is Like Sunday is so great.
It is. It is.
Now, my third, as Alma Matters is such a cool tune. I love Alma Matters. And then some of his later stuff, man. Some of my favorite stuff is off of Ringleader for the Tormentors. Los Angeles. Tupac. You might never know. Oh, come on. You might never even know. Just want to go. Oh no. Pretty thieves. First of the Gang to Die. I had to go through my head to get the doggone title again. Great.
12-inch single. And that's Heaven Knows I'm Miserable Now.
Heaven knows I'm miserable now.
She was a Paul's winner in the UK, and she blew the lot and became, well, bankrupt basically. Went back on the dough again.
Man, that's a really great song.
Great
I love First of the Gang to Die. Oh man, the more you ignore me, the closer I get.
Yeah,
once again, Suede Head, and hold on.
He's thinking.
I got it. My third favorite, November Spawned a Monster. That's it, baby. November Spawned a Monster.
He got there in the end.
I love that song. Love that song. She became a Jehovah's Witness later. Oh, okay. Wow. Interesting journey. What are you looking for, Simon?
I'm looking for my Sladehead 12-inch single.
Ah, okay, okay.
I
Yeah,
can't.
I got Morrissey up here on the controller.
It's buried somewhere. I can't find it.
Man, I wish a platform would come up that would allow see because I can go on certain DJ platforms and play my music without any threat of a takedown. YouTube, it's just all they have to do is what some of the DJ platforms are doing. With the DJ platforms, I belong to Mixcloud and Twitch. On Mixcloud, I pay a subscription of $15 a month. But what that prescription does is it makes sure that the artists and the labels get paid. So because of my subscription, going to the artists and labels get paid, Mixcloud work things out with the labels and the artists that DJs can play anything they want without any copyright or any takedown. So that comes with it, which is fantastic because now artists is getting paid directly through your subscription, but at the same time, guess what? We're going to give you back to you can play anything you want. Don't worry about it. I don't know why YouTube could easily throw in it. They make so much money. They say, hey, listen, for $5, $5 more, we'll let you play anything you want. They're so big. If a small DJ platform like Mixcloud can go to the major labels and work this out.
What a great platform it would be if like all the DJs can get on here, do a live stream, and just play music. How fun would that be? What would that do to the community we're in? Everybody will be doing it. People will be sharing their music. It will just open up so many doors on there, wouldn't it?
Well, there's a way. I mean, I already know there's a couple of ways that you can do a workaround, and I could DJ on YouTube if I wanted to, but it takes extra steps, and I'm not. I just don't want to go through the extra step. I want to be able to just go live, have my stuff on, go live, and go right into it. I don't want to have to go through these hoops that it would take every time I want to go live. Because there's a way around it, but I don't want it. It's time consuming, and I'm not going to do. I don't want to do that. They should just stop screwing around with content creators and DJs and allowing these labels to throw copyright strikes out whenever they want to. Go to the labels and say, listen, let's work out a deal. You leave the content creators, DJs alone. They pay $5 additional subscription, and you guys stay off their backs, and they can. Dude, it would make YouTube unbelievable. If any if
It
any
would. It
platform
would.
did that, Simon, if any other platform did that, people would leave YouTube.
Yeah, yeah, they would.
Simon, can you imagine this Sunday show? You and I go, hey, listen, Simon, did you hear this, man? And I just put it on, and nothing happens to us.
Yeah, I know, I know, I know. And I could do the same. I could play MP3s or whatever, or we could just have a whale of a great time, couldn't we?
Dude, I have been DJing on Mixcloud for the longest time. They enacted that subscription about 5 years ago. And dude, I have got zero any kind of hey, you can't play this. Never have gotten, and I've played everything, dude. And so just YouTube could work that out, but they're more interested in not paying attention to what's going on. And people are losing subscribers, they're losing views. I mean, it's just the algorithms are crazy now. They're doing in the AI, and that's not going to be any better. It's nuts. YouTube is not what it used to be. It used to be so much easier to.
Easier.
Yeah, it's gotten well. It actually, Simon, it started off hard, and they made it easier. Now they're just putting the clamps back down and making it difficult again.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, it's it's crazy, but
It's what it is.
they got started early, so there's a library to the world. They've got so much content, nobody can hang with them.
I think these big kind of websites and search engines or whatever, they get tied down to certain things, don't they? Which makes them limited to what they can do. You know,
Well, they get too big though.
they
You
get
know,
too.
once they get too big, then they start losing sight of what they initially started out to do. Because initially, YouTube started out, we want to help artists, musicians, everybody. So here's a platform where you can come and express yourself.
But like many, like Facebook and YouTube, it started off by a group of youngsters getting together and
Yeah.
creating it. You know, and it just grew into this mega corporation where then Google just consumed it. You know, and Facebook.
Eventually, they make these guys offers that they can't refuse.
Yeah, they do.
They don't have to,
Yeah,
but they do. And so once they sell it, it's gone, man. It's it. It's over.
yeah.
To me, YouTube has become an advertising platform with content creators. It's not a platform with content creators with some advertising. No, it's more advertising than it is content.
YouTube gets more viewers than some of the UK channels on TV over here. It's that big.
But even more and more, it's more and more like TV anyway. You know,
It is. It's become another channel, isn't it? On TV.
You got to pay not to have commercials. I mean, how about not killing everybody with advertisement 24/7 just to be human about it? How about
Yeah.
some morals? How about some ethics?
That's like saying, well, we'll give you the service you should get, really, but we're going to give you a lesser service. But if you want the service you should have, you have to pay for it. You know, it's just morally wrong, isn't it? Really, you know.
It is because you're just denying people the ability to express themselves.
Sometimes I watch a video and the ads will come in, and it'll annoy me so much. Sometimes I'll just turn off. I can't be bothered. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they lose out, really, don't they? You know, if more people do that, and I expect there are going to be loads of people who get annoyed.
But it also works against the actual person's channel because now let's say you got a 2-hour stream, and I come back and I watch your replay. Some content creators, you can set up how in intervals of how often commercials fall into that stream. I'll come back to a stream, man, and whoever put in the those little time slots, if there's like 3 or 4 commercial breaks within like 5-10 minutes, I'm out of there.
I'm monetized, but I click on the options where I only have the ads at the start. I don't have them at intervals during any of my videos or any of my live streams.
I've never seen it either. Yeah.
I no. I tick all the boxes, but I do at the start because I would like something back from YouTube. It would be nice to have something back after all these years of work, you know.
Yeah.
But it's at a minimum. It's at a real minimum.
Yeah.
But yeah, because I think myself, if I was watching it, you know, and all these ads come on, I wouldn't want to see it, you know. Certainly during the actual the videos and games.
Well, you know what's driving me bats is that they will pop up with commercials now around dinner time, and somebody's pulling their dentures out of their mouth. and all of the gum or whatever the adhesive that was in the roof of their mouth is coming out too.
Yeah, I've seen the.
And I'm like, I had no idea this commercial was going to come on because I certainly wouldn't want to be looking at it while I'm trying to eat.
No, no. But they're not just the one advert; it's one after the other, after the other, after the other. Now, isn't it? You have to just skip. You know, then you're waiting. You know, for a certain amount of seconds to pass before you can press skip. It's just.
There used to be a time when I remember they would show something and you could just skip it, and then it's gone. Then it was show something. We're gonna get a second one in. Now you can skip it. But now every once in a while, oh no, we're getting a third one in. They're getting more of that stuff in there, man. People are stupid. We know what you're doing.
I've had adverts which I haven't skipped for whatever reason. I was distracted doing other stuff.
Oh, you do.
They go on for like half an hour, an hour. If you don't press skip, you know.
Yeah. And now it's in your feed because now the algorithm actually thinks you care. No, I'm
interested in it. So you get.
I was in the
for it, you know. Although I had no initial interest, I just was doing something else.
Yeah. I was trying to tend to my steak before it burnt, you idiot.
Yeah, exactly. Something like that. Yeah.
And then for the next 3 or 4 days, every time you go to YouTube, there's a bunch of different, things talking about the thing that you didn't want.
Yeah, it's everywhere. Blasted in the stuff. I was like, oh, for God's sake.
Oh my goodness. It's insane, Simon.
Yeah.
So I haven't gotten anything since I showed you the stuff on my stream, mainly because it was a bunch of stuff. I'm still listening to things.
Yeah.
Have you gotten anything recently? Within the last? Oh, that's right. Hold on a second. You went on the trip. You had to have gotten something.
I did. Yeah, I did. I went to Leeds.
Did you already show the stuff? Did I miss those?
I haven't showed much of it. I did put a video up, but you really didn't see a lot of it. Not properly anyway. It wasn't particularly clear in the video.
Oh,
but I've got a video coming up soon.
Okay.
And then on Friday, I went in my local record shop. I hadn't been there for ages because I've been putting it off because I had this Leeds trip in mind. So I was kind of saving money and so forth. But I popped in my local record shop, which I hadn't been in for a few months actually, thinking that I'll buy one record.
Sure.
Michael, I end up dropping 200 odd quid with a stack of records.
Of course.
And I'm saying to the fella in there, I only went in to sort of chat to you, and one of my work colleagues was in there, so I sort of had a quick word with him and buy a record. Basically, I wasn't, I wasn't expecting to come away with like a stack of records.
Oh, Simon, you're like a lion going into a patch of bunnies.
Got some killer stuff.
I bet you did. Can we see anything?
I'll show you something.
I don't want you to ruin any future videos you might do, but I like to see.
I'll show a little bit. Because some people just watch the live streams. Some people just watch the videos. So
Exactly. I was going to show some of my stuff because I doubt if anybody saw my stream.
Right. This is
what you got?
This is in a future video, so in a few weeks you won't see this stuff. So this is what I got on Friday.
Alrighty. Oh yeah, Scorpions. That's considered a classic.
Yeah. So this is one of their early ones, I believe.
I didn't know you're a Scorpions fan. All right.
I'm not. I do have another Scorpions on vinyl, and I thought it was rather good. And I was speaking to Ian about Scorpions, saying, what was the best album, and he says it's this one, in his opinion. So I came across it in the new finds bit in the record shop.
To be the one everybody points to as the a major one that most people listen to.
They had this in there, Oasis, Standing on the Shoulders of Giants. I've got this already.
Okay.
It's blue vinyl. And I pulled it out. I'm not really a coloured vinyl guy, but I pulled the record out, and I did actually rather like the design of this. I thought that's pretty sick.
It's very sick. And
Yeah.
by the way, Simon, it's a myth now because they're making colored vinyl that sounds really good. There used to be a time when they said, "Well, colored vinyl." No, it's not. It's not a major deal. I like colored vinyl. I don't necessarily have to have it, but if I'm shopping through albums and stuff, or if there's a release and it's on color, I'll be like, okay, I have no problem with it. I dig colored vinyl.
Yeah.
It looks cool.
I love this album as well. I think this is quite an underrated gem of theirs, actually.
Well, I think Oasis is overrated.
Yeah. Well,
I'm not a fan personally, but
no. But this will blow you away.
I bet. Go ahead.
I didn't expect to see this in a record shop, my local record shop.
What?
Yeah, I know. I know. Yeah, this is probably the best version of this album you can buy on vinyl.
Wait a minute, dude. How much did they get you for that?
I don't like to say.
Uh-oh.
It's got 50 on the price tag, but I got quite a hefty reduction because I bought.
You don't have to say anything.
But I saw this, so yeah, that's coming home with me. So
that is.
I mean, this sounds epic. And
Wow.
I came across this. Now, this has been on my radar for some time, but
All right.
I've been holding it off for so long. It's quite a pricey record, but I saw it and I thought, what the hell? I'm gonna get those records. I might as well.
I'll stop making excuses. Dude, there. What is the one song I love it? I got the video for it. I play it all the time.
They've got about 3 albums. They're all great.
What is?
I listen to them every Sunday.
It goes, picture yourself. Da, da, dun, dun, dun. I bet you. See, Spring Hill Jim will probably know it if I hum it right. It's love.
You've got here's where the story ends.
Read the title of the songs on there.
So the first track is Skin and Bones. Second track is Here where the story ends. Track 3 is Can't Be Sure. 4 is I Won. 5 is Just Towns. Track 6 is You're Not the Only One I Know. Track 7 is A Certain Someone. Track 8, I Kicked a Boy. Track 9, My Finest Hour. And track 10 is Joy.
I don't think it's on that one, but that's a classic album.
Right, Reading, Writing, and Arithmetic. So this came out early 90s. 1990, first press. So anything 90s is gold.
80s and 90s, dude.
Well, 80s presses are a lot cheaper, aren't they? They're still very affordable.
Oh, you're talking about,
great stuff. Don't get me wrong, there's great stuff in the 80s, but 90s.
You're talking about, well, if you're talking about pressings, yeah. I mean, if you're talking about music in general, I don't know.
Pressing wise. Well, I'll say the 80s was a decade, wasn't it? But
but I agree with you. I've got a lot of albums here from the 80s, and a lot of them don't sound as good as the 70s or the 60s.
I got this as well a few weeks ago.
Oh yeah. I'm not a real big fan.
No.
But I forgot. They're indie, aren't they?
Yeah, they're indie. They're indie. Going since the 90s.
I know I've heard some things. Wow, that's a. But how much is it? How many albums is that?
It's not. It's a best of, and it's a 4 LP set.
You're a big fan, huh?
Well, yeah, I am. Yeah.
Yeah,
Thing is, there's their earlier albums which are quite pricey to get on vinyl, and
I'll, I'll
not
check
really
them out.
good.
I'll jump on YouTube and check them out because I've heard of them and I'll have to see if anything they've done sounds familiar.
Check out Buck Rogers. You probably know that one.
I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah.
I'm turning over stones in music every day.
It's a great universe to get in that music.
It's exploratory from here to eternity.
I don't think there's anything like it, is there?
No. I'll tell you this though.
No, it isn't, Jim.
Probably
that's another album.
Is Summertime on that? No.
That's on a later album, and that's the Sundays we're talking about.
Yeah, because I know there's that one video I really loved from them.
Yeah,
really cool. Oh yeah. Well, give me 1 second here, Simon.
Have you got anything signed to you in your collection?
Do I have anything signed to me?
Yeah, with your name on it.
No, but I do have, not with my name on it, but hold on. Do I have it where? Let me see if I can. That's interesting. You should bring that up. I've got a couple of things. Once again, there. Where did I put? Well, I wish I had a heads up because exactly what you're talking about. I just had a couple of things in hand, but I've been cleaning the place up. Oh, and I want you to see them too, if I can find them.
What you got then, Michael? What are you looking for?
I've got a CD. Are you familiar with Philip Glass?
No, can't say I am.
Okay. Then it won't be as impressive to you, but believe me, Philip Glass is one of the biggest pioneers of, I guess you can call it almost like minimalist piano. He's known for doing like these very abstract pieces, and a lot of times there'll be some repetition, and the repetition builds out. He's like, I can't tell you how mammoth Philip Glass is in the classical experimental world of music. He's influenced just about anybody who's ever played a piano. I met him and I got a picture with him, and he signed his CD. He took David Bowie and Brian Eno's. He took the albums Low and Heroes, and Philip Glass did classical reinterpretations of them. And there's a CD that he came out with the three of them inside. You know, as you open up the flap. When I met Philip Glass, he signed the CD. I saw Front 242 several times. The last time the time before the last I saw them, a buddy of mine comes up to me in the concert and goes, "Here you go." I go, "What's this?" And he hands over a CD. All the members of Front 242 signed it.
Awesome.
What else do I have?
Well, you know that feeder box set I was showing you.
Yeah.
and the discussion of feeder. To Simon.
Oh,
Cheers from the band.
oh, that's neat, man.
And so interesting.
See, you think you're a big shot.
Look at this. This one as well. To Simon, cheers. Simon the band feeder.
So did you? Wow, you are a fan now. So did you meet this was at a show or was it?
I'm not going into anything more than that, Michael, because I'm saving it for a video. But
Look at you, buddy. Yeah. All right. Well, can I ask how long ago this was obtained?
Well.
Where they? Okay, I won't ask any more questions. I'll let it go at that.
Let it go at that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably best.
It would be best.
Yeah. I want to get Echo Park, which is an album of theirs, but it's like a 200, 300 pound record. It's just too much.
See, now I'm frustrated. I gotta come more prepared because dude, we gotta do this again. I've got memorabilia
I know you have.
up the wazoo, dude.
I bet you have. Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I've got a lot of great historic ticket stubs from some legendary shows.
What we should do, we should plan something in advance so you can get ready to piece something together.
Well,
Yeah.
Remember, we were trying to figure out what we were gonna do anyway.
Yeah, but this ended up being an off the cuff live stream. So like, you know,
and I'm sure you've got some other stuff, right?
Well, yeah, I've got some stuff from Leeds I haven't showed yet.
Yeah, so, I mean, we should. No, I'm talking about in general, like shows you've seen, just memorabilia. We should do a segment where we just show different artifacts from maybe shows we've seen, or we might have a story about a particular 45 we have or something. I don't know.
I haven't got too much. To be honest with you, Michael. I've got little bits and pieces here and there, but I haven't got that much. I don't know how much I could show to put something together for a live stream.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I imagine you have a lot, and I'll have a few pieces. But
well, I can feel. Believe me, I can fill up a lot of time. That's
you can do the whole show if you like.
Yeah, hey, listen, I'll bring what I got, or I may not be able to bring everything, but I can bring enough to fill up the show. And B-Sides is here. Hey, B-Sides.
Hey, Jen. You're right. I did say hello. What I was thinking, Michael.
Yes.
Is you to pick out, I don't know, maybe 10 of your favorite American artists. Yeah. And also, if possible, 10 of your favorite British artists, and I'll do the same.
Okay. Well, now, does it matter whether or not I have it on cassette, CD, or album?
I was going to say preferably vinyl, but if you want to mix it up with a different format, yeah, you can do that. Yeah.
Because if you're saying my top 10,
is that too much?
No, it doesn't necessarily mean though that I have every person on my top 10 on vinyl.
No.
It also doesn't mean I have it could be a mishmash of okay. Does it have to be my favorite album or just that favorite artist, and then I can show an album from the favorite artist, or does it have to be the album too?
It could be either. If you want it to be, okay. But I was thinking really strictly vinyl.
All right. Well, then, if it's strictly vinyl, it won't be my true 10.
No, but on vinyl,
it'll be my true. That will be a cinch.
Okay.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I'm trying to think. I just randomly in my head. I know
you'd have a rough idea.
Yeah, once again, I could probably do my favorites on vinyl, but they won't necessarily be my favorite albums by them.
That's fine. That's
Yep.
fine.
Okay. Uh,
Yeah.
well, let me ask you. So you have every favorite, well, every one of your top 10 artists you have on vinyl as well.
No, no, no. I have a lot on vinyl, but I don't have anywhere near of my favourites yet.
Okay, so we're both doing the same thing. We're pretty much going to pick our tops out of whatever is in our collection.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, yeah. So
Oh, that'd be easy. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
it won't be your all-time favourite as such. It'll just be what you have, your favourite on vinyl. So you have some limitation.
I can almost pick out
But at
five.
least then it'll just be in one place, won't it? You won't be going through your whole home looking for tapes and CDs. And
Well,
might
well,
be
I tell you, I have a lot of tapes and CDs put away, but from what I can reach, I would be able to reach all 10 of my tops ever.
right. Okay.
So there's definitely something out from every band or person that I at least call the GOAT. Yeah, because those are the ones you're gonna want to hear. So I some of those I don't necessarily have packed away, or I may have my favorite one of them out, and the other ones put away. So yeah, but then again, I rotate. Simon, I every 6 months I will take like a crate and I'll put it away and I'll bring another crate out.
Yeah.
Just to keep the music kind of flowing and that I'm not sitting here listening to the same thing too many times over and over again.
You still listen to tapes?
I listen to everything.
Really?
Everything. I have this. The only thing that you can't do in my studio here is 8-track. Every
Right.
every medium of audio, music wise, is accessible here. So, Simon, I guarantee you, anybody, I don't care how old or young you are. Well, maybe young might be a different. Just about any adult, 20 plus, can walk in here and they're gonna find something they like. There's no way you can't.
Yeah.
There's no way you can't.
I love cassettes, but admittedly, I don't play them that much.
Well, let me put it this way: it's not like I play cassettes daily, but I guarantee you, I play cassettes more often than most.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's put it that way. Yeah, because
A lot of stuff is on cassette I have on CD anyway, which is basically on my computer now.
but see, I've got I've
I
got
don't,
I've got a gazillion mixtapes that I did when I was younger on cassette.
yeah.
Great mixtapes, bro.
I just feel by playing cassettes that you could degrade them, by just playing them. Certainly after having them for over 30 plus years, it's just
It depends on the manufacturers. I've pulled out within the last year or so cassette tapes that I recorded on back in the 80s and 90s,
yeah,
and the sound quality hasn't diminished at all.
yeah. Some of them are fine. I mean, I went through my cassettes about a couple of years ago and recorded what I wanted onto my computer. But I then ended up having a bag of stuff which weren't playable, and there was a load there. And what do you do? I mean, the cases are fine, the inner sleeves are fine, but the cassette is fucked. So what do you do with it? Do you chuck the cassette out and make another one? Do you keep it, or do you just bin the whole lot?
Well, I've got I've got a lot of cassettes, man, that I bought where the sleeves have over the years are destroyed, or I no longer have them. But the
Yeah.
beautiful thing about cassettes is that there are some record stores you can still go into and buy cassettes.
Yeah, I know. People sell them.
And
But they're a lottery whether they work or not, though, aren't they?
well, that so much isn't a concern of mine now because last year I went into a record shop and I think I found 5 or 6 cassettes that I had the cassette of, but not the sleeve. But I bought them anyway. Why? Because they were super cheap. And now I have the sleeves that go with those particular cassettes. So it's worth it to me.
Yeah.
Because the cassette I already got. So the other cassette, that's not as important as the sleeve because the sleeve was destroyed. But now I got the sleeve back.
Jenny says this is the year of the cassette at our house.
And guess what? It's been making a comeback. Cassette sales have been going up.
I have. My mixes from friends over the years are some of my most treasured media, and I lost most in a flood. That sucks.
And I've got several hundred, Simon.
I know. I remember you putting out a box of cassettes. You were showing them. I think it's on a live stream.
But not only mixtapes, but I recorded stuff off radio. I recorded like a million Howard Stern shows. I mean, a million.
Yeah.
And just all kinds of stuff, man. Just
I used to hammer when I was growing up. I used to constantly record from the radio. I mean, like all the time.
that's what I did when I was just a pipsqueak. When I got my first, there were these cassette players that were about as big as you know what I'm talking about, right? And they had the buttons at the bottom. You just click and you flip it up. I used to sit there with the microphone. I would tilt the box if I had to, whatever it took to get the microphone as close to the speaker on the TV. And you wait just in time when that commercial ends. You click because you got to hold down the play and record at the same time. And as soon as that commercial ends, click, so you can catch the music. And then click, and you had to do your self editing. It was great. It was so much fun.
I used to follow the top 40 on the radio every Sunday, and I would know the chart positionings of all the songs in my mind. Know what went up, what went down, and I'll just remember it. It meant so much to have your favorite song at number one, or going up the charts.
Yeah.
But now it's completely irrelevant. I mean, like charts don't mean anything. It's like to me.
I don't think charts really meant anything. Just like awards mean nothing.
But then it did, though, didn't it? To people.
Well, okay. Let's put it this way: it had more of a cultural aesthetic to it. Like now, it's like there's so much stuff out here and so little time to consume it. It's hard to have a definitive. Well, let's put it this way, Simon. I'm finding more and more people are referring to Spotify now as that place but Spotify is under a lot of scrutiny. They are suspect of making their own AI and dumping it into Spotify so they can make money off of themselves.
I listened to some mainstream music fairly recently. I'm not going to go into what I was listening to particularly, but all of it was virtually the same. It was very much similar to the next songs, and onwards. Just it was littered. The whole charts were littered with the same kind of music, and I just thought, where's the music gone? Where's the different types and different genres, and it's just so samey.
Yeah, because we're living in a time now where people want to be in boxes, so you don't have a whole lot of
there's no range. No range.
Well, there's no free creativity going on. Like there was a time, even just maybe only 15, 20 years good ago, when people really took pride in being individual. And that's why I think the 80s might be one of the greatest decades that mankind has ever had, because it was truly a time where people said, let's break it all down and just let's go at it. Let's be as creative as we possibly can, and let's try our hardest not to be like everybody else.
A lot of that music is going to go on for years and years and years, 50, 60 onwards, isn't it? We're still going to be reliving, or future generations are going to be reliving 80s music.
More than any decade.
More than likely.
It explored.
But music of this, the last, I don't know, let's say 15 years, it's forgettable.
It really is, man.
It's disposable, like everything else.
I think the last time, well, I'm being re-energized by not so much stuff that's coming out, which there are some great stuff coming out.
I mean, artists like Taylor Swift is going to live long in the memory for people. You know, she's well up there.
Usually,
but apart from her, there's not really much else, is there?
But Taylor Swift is not the most shining example of what we hold as culturally relevant. I mean, I guess she is. I'm not exactly sure how great her music is, as much as how good she is at being what she needs to be for a particular genre.
In stature, not necessarily. Not that I like her music or anything particularly, but like in stature where she is, in popularity, she's up there, isn't she? With the proper.
Yeah, true. I mean, there's been a lot of icons, or what people consider icons, that I can look at and go, I don't see it. But far be it from me to be the opinion of it, because they wouldn't be where they are unless millions and millions of people were into them. So, but it doesn't necessarily. What's the saying? Just because it's popular doesn't mean it's good.
Yeah.
There's a difference between being famous and infamous.
Yeah.
You know, so usually bad guys are considered infamous.
It's like, I think it's, Frank Sinatra is probably one of the greatest singers of our time. But even Frank has said in the past, there's been better singers than me. In fact, better singers than what I am.
There were better singers during the time.
I was more successful than them. That's all. A lot of them are better than me, but I'm just more successful. For whatever.
Yeah. There are better singers during his time.
Yeah.
But one thing, what Frank was able to do, because Frank never wrote a song. He never wrote his music. Everything Frank sang was somebody else's work. He never wrote anything.
I think he did during his own label, the Reprise label. He started.
I don't think so, man. I don't think Frank Sinatra ever wrote. I don't ever remember him ever writing. I could be wrong. But even if he did, he didn't do a whole lot. Most of the stuff that he did was somebody else's work.
Most of it was, yes. Yeah.
What made Frank Sinatra so iconic is that he made other people's song his own.
It was his delivery, I reckon, of those songs. The way he was able to hold the notes like he did and draw them out. I don't think there was anyone who had that ability.
Yeah, see, that's not easy.
Yeah, and he has a great voice. He didn't have the best voice, but it was still great.
It was still great. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
But he could take your song and go, no, it's not yours anymore. Because once he sang it, that's Frank's.
Yeah.
Okay, I wrote it and gave it to, but he owns it now.
Yeah.
And but you can write songs for a lot of different people. That doesn't necessarily mean once you pass it to them that they take a song and they go, "Wow, you just took my song to a whole new." A lot of times, it's like, okay, that was a great interpretation of it. Let's,
I mean, Frank Sinatra, like, he started quite successfully, didn't he? But then he kind of went up and down like this as the years passed. But it was only until he got into his 60s, it was like it rocketed it up. At 60 years old. I mean, there's not many people who can do that at this age in their 60s.
And once again, Frank Sinatra was doing stuff in his 50s and 60s.
Yeah.
And once again, that rival whatever he was doing when he was 30. As a matter of fact, Frank Sinatra was bigger in his 60s than he was in his 30s.
Yeah, he got bigger as he got older.
So here we go again. Our creative people, our musicians, we do singers too. Is all of their best work behind them after 30? No.
So Frank's example.
Not everybody, and Frank's one. We can name hundreds more. Doesn't mean that there's not millions who can't. I'm just saying it's not a blanket statement. It's just not.
No.
Psychedelic Furs dropped an album. I guess it's been 2 years now. First album, they never broke up. First album of new music they did since the 80s. And the latest album that the first did sound like it should have been the next album. It should have came out in 1987. It sounds fantastic.
Yeah.
These many years later, and it sounds like it should have been made back. It's a great album. It's a really great album. Now, of course, they haven't done enough to go, well, now it rivals what they did in the past, but they keep pumping stuff out. It might. Who knows? Yeah. I don't know, man. I'm just glad to see, a lot of these folks, they're not giving up. They want to be out there. They're having a good time. And it helps keep me young. I don't mind the nostalgia.
You brought anything recently?
Yeah, what now?
You brought anything recently, vinyl-wise?
Nothing more than well, let me show these because when we were doing my stream, I don't think very many people saw it anyway. So, and then I think I might have put some things away.
You've got quite a few channels, haven't you? It's not the only one you got, is it?
Hold on, let me grab this. I think I might have put the stuff that I got from that collector show. I think I put that stuff up. Oh, wait a minute. Here's something. Oh, here it is. Here we go. Give me 1 second here, buddy. Oh, there's something I want to show you too, because this is really interesting. As a matter of fact, as I'm fanning through this, I might have a question for you. You might be able to help me figure this out. Yeah, man, I stopped doing streaming over on the collectible channel. I haven't stopped collecting, but I've been burning myself out, Simon.
What, doing live streams?
Yeah, too much. So what I'm doing is I'm stopping doing live streams on the collectible channel, but I'm going to be doing more live streaming in the vinyl community, but mostly I want to get back.
I like to see you go to the vinyl community.
Yeah, but it's. I'm not going to be like all over the place. I'm probably not going to be doing a whole lot of people's streams. I'll come over here and a few other places, but
Depends on when you're ready, kind of thing.
yeah, I'm going to be more low key this time around.
Okay, yeah.
But I still have my daily dose of other channels that I like. I love watching Waxed.
Yeah.
Those guys are hilarious. And every once in a while, man, they get into conversations, go, oh my God, I wish I was in the conversation because I
They
could
do go in deep, don't they, into politics sort
no,
of thing.
no, no. That's that I could care less about. I don't want to talk about politics, but they will get into certain subjects regarding music.
They do?
Oh
They do?
yeah. As a matter, and then they were talking about something in particular. I'm like, oh no, 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 no. I know all about that. But anyway, uh, and then who else do I watch? I gotta try and catch more B sides, but I don't know why I haven't been getting
Yeah, you
notifications.
do, mate. We love Jenny.
I haven't been getting the notifications. I better check my subscriptions. Because I know I have her subscribed.
I like that she used to do her auctions online. I thought that was great. You know, but I don't think she does that anymore. But
familiar with Bill Nelson? This is Bebop Deluxe. This is a really, really cool album.
no, no.
Yeah, Bill Nelson, who was the founder of Bebop Deluxe, went on to do a lot of very experimental stuff. But this was from an album back in 1977. This is one of the first albums that a neighbor of mine played for me that kind of got me into rock in general. I was just a young lad, just a young teenager, and he's like, "Hey man, you ought to listen to this album. It's by a band called Bebop Deluxe." And he was my gateway into a lot of, I guess you can call them more, oh, what is it, avant-garde
Yeah,
of rock. Yeah, things like Bebop Deluxe or Little Feat. As a matter of fact, he introduced me to Roxy Music. I had never heard of them until, where I was, because he had, the family had a basement, and that's where they had all of the entertainment.
yeah. I know
And
you're showing the records, but I'm just looking at all your DJ equipment, and it's amazing.
yeah, I've got the turntables at both ends, and then I can do the digital right here in the middle. Um, let me ask you something. Are you familiar with this?
Beetle beat. No, no, can't say I am.
This this is by a band, and this came out in, well, I had to have been close around the time that they do some Beatle cuts, but then they do some other cuts that are not Beatle cuts. Like they do "She Loves You," "I Want to Hold Your Hand," but then they do London Town Swing, East End, Soho Mash, Mercy Mercy, Liverpool Drag, Swing and Thames, Big Ben Hop, and Teddy Boy Stomp. These guys sound great.
Yeah,
They actually have, they do great interpretations of "She Loves You" and "I Want to Hold Your Hand." I went online. I can't find anything out about these guys. What I think happened is that I think they got pushed out, man. I think these guys are too good.
I've seen a lot of kind of the Beatles improvised bands which were out in the 60s, and they always seem to remain anonymous.
These guys are great. Even the recordings sound great.
When was it made? The 60s?
Yeah, I'm assuming, and especially after. I think that's funny. I find that, well, what did I put the album? The Dead Wax. I would have to look in the Dead Wax because a lot of
That's like a recent pressing.
well, a lot of I noticed that a lot of times albums that were pressed before like the 70s, sometimes they don't date them.
No.
But this has got to be around the time this stuff came out. I mean, you could just look at the album and tell.
Yeah, it looks dated.
It's on the Coronet label,
Right.
but it's really good, Simon. And I cannot find anything about like where they from, what happened, did he go on to do? I can't find another album by him.
You've been on Discogs, another look.
It's
on that particular album.
What was that again?
Have you been on Discogs?
You know something? I didn't go on. I should. I don't think
it said on that.
You're right. If it's going to be out there, it's going to be on Discogs.
Yeah, we might have some information on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I showed this to you.
That's just one of the greatest soundtracks ever made. That is.
It really is the strings and everything about it. You know what's interesting about this album cover too, that I noticed that none of the stars' names are on the front.
Yeah.
They're on the back.
Yeah.
Down here, or over here, should I say? But Ennio Morricone's name is the only one on the front. That shows you how big a deal he was back then.
Oh yeah, he was huge, massive.
So it was considered more an Ennio Morricone album than it was a soundtrack.
And he was always tied to Sergio Leone, wasn't he?
Oh yeah.
Like everything he did, he was always the composer.
This, of course, I showed you this. This is such a, and you have to see this movie. You really have to, especially being from England. This is a great film. And Lulu,
you showed me that.
That's Lulu right there. She sang the title cut, and it shot her to international superstardom. That song was #1 everywhere, even in the United States.
Yeah, I should check that one out. Actually, I think you mentioned that before.
She's what we would consider over here. You know how you guys consider like Kate Bush is like a national treasure?
Yeah, yeah.
I think Lulu is the same way. I think that
she's in the same category, definitely.
She's stratospheric.
Yeah, she is.
Great movie. This movie is dude, it's intense. If you ever see Midnight Express, hold on. It is a very tense movie. But the Giorgio Moroder, the great legend, one of the first to experiment with electronic music, like Hans Zimmer, Vangelis, however you want to call it. Amazing soundtrack. I think he won an Academy Award or was nominated. Academy Award. Here's some stuff. Here's one I still have to break open, although I have an older copy of it, but to me it's one of the greatest albums ever made, and that's Yes's Relayer. This is incredible album. And Rick Wakeman left the band before this album was made. So they got oh man, what's his name again? Come to me. But such a great album.
I love how you talk about albums. You're so passionate, Michael. I love it.
What was that again, Simon?
I love how you talk about albums and records. You sound so passionate. You know,
Oh man, it's my true love. It really is.
you can tell.
And then this is very different from most Vangelis albums. It's very organic. It's not as much rhythm based as most of his work. It's a lot more abstract. But this is my food. I love experimental electronics, ambient, and of course, this is in my opinion, the greatest movie ever made. Just amazing motion picture, and of course, Vangelis Gatefold.
Oh man, that movie.
And this guy right here, wait a minute. One of the greatest villains in all of cinema. Rutger Hauer as the great Roy Batty.
Yeah.
Absolutely incredible film.
That's sick.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, great movie. And who composed that? Was that Jerry Goldsmith or was that?
No, it was Vangelis.
Vangelis, beg pardon. Vangelis. Yeah, of course. Sorry.
Here's another one. This is by a gentleman named Tomita. Very much in the same vein as Vangelis. He's Japanese, one of the early empires of electronic music, one of the first. Everybody was influenced by Tomita. His work is spectacular. So this is his interpretation of the planets by the conductor Holst. Right? If you're familiar with Holst, the planet.
Oh yeah, I love it.
Classical, yeah. Well, Tomita does interpretations of them electronically. It's amazing.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah, it's a great classical piece.
Go ahead.
It's a great classical piece, Host, isn't it? The planets.
Yes.
Yes. Just to go over again, Ennio Morricone.
Yes, it's your turn. Please.
I got these. One of my favorite films, and the score I think is just incredible.
Oh yes. Once upon a time in America.
One of the best movies ever made, in my opinion.
Oh yeah.
And many others. So melancholy, isn't it? The sound. You go in the past with this movie and its soundtrack. It takes you there, and it brings you back to the present day, which was the 60s, and it's just incredible.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, brilliant stuff.
That was a long movie.
It was. It had an interval, didn't it?
Yeah.
There's not many that do now.
Nope.
Yeah, I've got the Good, the Bad, the Ugly.
There you go.
Picked this up in London about 5 years ago.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I was record shopping in London. So this is one of the records. This is quite early onto my record collecting. This was
awesome.
Yeah, and this was a charity shop find. Ennio Morricone.
Yes.
Yeah. Original.
Oh man.
$4.
I'd love to find out that's just, let's see. Yeah, RCA.
This was about a couple of pounds, I think. So yeah, the very first movie.
Yeah, let's see the label. Ah, fantastic.
Yeah, RCA Victor. RCA Victor is a quality pressing.
Yeah, that's. Oh man, they cared. They really cared. They were tops at one time. You couldn't get any better than them.
No, they're pretty up there.
Yeah, but but you know that Marconi that you have, uh, Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. That United Artists label is all over the place too.
Yeah.
You can find that on a lot of those early soundtracks. A lot of that was on those labels. Let me take a look at what was this Midnight Express. Which one is this? Is this the right sleeve? Yeah, it's on the Midnight Express. This is one of the greatest, most iconic labels ever.
Yeah.
What is it? Come on.
Casablanca.
Yeah,
Casablanca label. Casablanca.
I remember growing up as a kid, buying so many albums, and it was almost like every other album I bought was on the Casablanca label. I mean, it was huge.
Really?
That label was so big, man. Particularly in the '80s, and then like almost I remember Kiss was on Casablanca. It's just so many different bands.
Yeah, that's right. Because I think My Dress to Kill was on Casablanca. I pulled that out.
Yeah, there's so many bands. Casablanca used to come out with just about everything, and the other label that did a ton of stuff was Island.
Island, yeah.
Oh my God, especially in the '80s.
Yeah, Status Quo was on Island, weren't they?
Everything was coming out on Island in the '80s and a lot in the '90s. But wow, just loads. What you looking for, Simon?
I don't know now.
Isn't it a great? But that's a good position to be in. You can't even make up your mind. Dude, I'm going to be prepared next time because there's some stuff that I could be showing them to just drive me crazy.
I bet you got some.
I wish I was in front. That's all.
But you got some stories to tell.
Oh my God! I did want to. Give me a second. I'll be right back. I need to Bill real quickly. Well, I found it, but it's faded incredibly. I found the CD with Philip Glass's signature, but he wrote it in pen. And the thing is, it's a lot easier to see the impression of what he wrote than it is to see the ink. So I'm not even sure you'd be able to make it out.
There's a rather good thread going around, Michael, in the VC.
Oh, what's going around?
A rather good thread which is going around. There's a lot of threads going around, but there's one particular one which I'm going to talk to you about, where you show 10, well, you have to show 10, but you show red vinyl covers. It's called Red and Dead. So you show, I don't know, 5 or 10 red album covers, and then you show a load of people who are past. It's rather good.
I'm not sure I'm getting that. You show 10 reds and then a bunch of people who have passed. I'm not, what's the connection?
Well, it's just called Red and Dead. That's the thread.
So, but now, is it 10 people per album or 10?
It could be any number you want. There's no number, but I'm doing 10 red with red spines. And I'm also showing 10 dead artists. But you can kind of mix it up. You can show red covers, which are people who are past. You know, you could do that, or you know, you could make your own thing of it.
Well, I definitely there's one that's like, I mean, I got several, I guess you can call reds over there. As a matter of fact, let me grab this. This is killer, man. You're gonna love this sign. Speaking of yes. This I guess we could consider this a red, but it's also, well, no, this is orange. I take that back. Yeah, that might be more.
It's easy to think.
I got my shades on there tinted, so I was thinking it was a red. But anyway, this is great anyway.
Yeah.
Boris Karloff.
All right. Just so stories and other tales.
Yeah, he's reading Rudyard Kipling.
All right.
It's great because you know how killer his voice is.
Yeah. Yeah.
I haven't yet, but I'll be sampling from this eventually and putting it into some of my music.
How old is it? 60s?
Oh, this has got to be at least. It could be the 50s. I'm thinking more 50s because it even has that look. But I could be. Let me check.
Looks in good condition.
It's in very good condition. If I remember correctly, it's like. I mean, look how clean this is.
Oh yeah, that's nice. I like the label too.
Yeah, killer label.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah. Let's see if I can. See, once again, man, it seems like all of these albums that came out before the 70s and some in the 70s, it's just hard to find. What does this say? But nothing in its dead wax looks like a year.
No.
So
you're probably right.
One of those things I'd have to go on, I guess, Discogs, right?
I guess, yeah.
Yeah. But I'm gonna assume, Simon, it's gotta be at least no more than the 60s, but I'm pegging this more like possibly the 50s.
Yeah. You might be right.
Yeah. Yeah, because you know he's the voice of How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
All right. Okay. Right.
Boris Karloff is the narrator for that classic cartoon.
So I've got to record that thread, and I'm doing a London thread, all based about London. It's M Fidelity started the thread, and it's taken off, and a lot of my mates have done it.
So now the thread you talking about on Instagram?
No, on YouTube. In YouTube.
Where is it? Where are you? What's
in the VC, in the vinyl community.
Where?
In the vinyl community.
No, but what I'm saying is, where's this thread exactly?
Well, the Red and Dead is done by the Vinyl Scavenger. That's his channel name. He's based in the UK. His name's Martin.
Okay.
And the London thread, which is going around, is by a American called Dave, I believe. I think he's American. And his channel name is M Fidelity. So my mobile fidelity.
Did I stumble across that before? That sounds familiar.
It's probably been going for, I don't know, maybe a month now. So
okay,
a lot of channels have done it.
What? My sis just sent me all of our old rave techno cassettes. Besides, did you? She did. Those are all like mixtapes, I guess.
I guess so.
Hey, do you I don't know if you remember her, Simon. Do you remember when I used to stream over here? There was a young lady that would pop up my stream. She was actually a part of another community that I was a part of at the time. Her name was Inky. Do you remember Inky?
Yeah, I think I remember you saying about her.
Yeah, she would pop into my streams every once in a while. James knew her. She's popping to I did a stream one time. It was me, her, James. Everybody in the stream was UK but me. But anyway, yeah, because she was from Cornwall, well, that's where she was living, and
He passed away. Right?
yeah, she passed away, man, last year.
Right.
I think we talked. I might have brought her up when I was doing my stream, but yeah, man, yeah, it was a bummer. She's only 51.
That's no way.
But that reminded me when she said B-Sides talked about the techno.
Yeah.
I mean the raves and stuff like the 90s, because she was Inky was a DJ in Manchester in the 90s. She was a rave DJ.
Right.
Yep. She told me, she said, yeah, Mike, she said, I used to DJ in Manchester in the 90s. She was a big shot.
She might have bumped to Rob Walker, mightn't she?
Probably. I wouldn't doubt. Well,
yeah.
I would not doubt it at all, because somehow I don't even know how she found, well, I know how she found me, because I was in another community of people who are into, pretty much musicians, electronic musicians for the most part. And she just happened to bleed on over into the vinyl community, which I thought was pretty cool. Because I was wondering, I said, well, hey, I know you got instruments, you're a musician. I said, but you collect vinyl. She goes, I used to be a DJ. I went, oh, really?
Think about the vinyl community. Nobody knows about it, do they? No one knows it's even a thing until you stumble inside it. And then you realise, oh, there's a whole community here. Oh, okay.
Exactly.
You think, well, I can show records. I can do that. I'll start off a channel.
Yep.
That's what many people do.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a place that you can chill and discover.
Yeah. I mean, I was watching the VC videos probably maybe 3 years before I even started doing mine.
I can't even remember. How did I stumble into it? Oh, I was on YouTube. This was just weird, and Oh, what was his name? You remember a guy? Well, I don't know if he, because some of the people weren't directly in this in the particular circle that we were in. Guy used to go by the name of Music Chatters, and I wish I could remember what his first name was. Anyway, so I'm on YouTube, just randomly going through and looking at stuff. Primarily, I'm sure it was like music videos. I was probably looking for music, and I see this thing, a Music Chatter, and I click on it, and this guy's, he's at home and he's talking about the concert he'd been to, and he's bringing up music and he's talking about these albums. I go, oh, this is pretty cool, And so I watched him for a little while, and I said, let me go ahead and subscribe to him. I subscribed. And so in the coming days, he'd pop on and I'd pop on, and then I'd get into the chat. I put something in because he'd say something. I go, oh, yeah, I got that album or something. And I guess he invited me up. Said, hey, you ever want to come up? You can. And then so I started there. And then I met, I can't think of his first name again, but he's got a record shop in North Carolina, his Record Crate. They had a stream. So I started going into this stream with a bunch of other vinyl people. And then so I'm in the stream. There's a bunch of, about 4 or 5 of us. And all of a sudden, boom. Who is this? Invisible Ray? Man, when he showed up, I went, this is really different.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like, wait a minute. Hey, the first thing it reminded me of, Simon, is when I was growing up, we used to have local celebrities. Like there was a clown named Bozo. And Bozo was he was almost like a franchise. They were like Ohio, Michigan, and a few other states in the Midwest had this Bozo the Clown. And Bozo the Clown would come on, the weekdays after kids got out of school, or on a Saturday morning or something. Or there were other different entities. There was like this one guy called the Ghoul. He would come on at midnight, and he would show horror movies, but he would do campy stuff in between commercials.
Right.
And he would wear this fright wig, and he would do all kinds of crazy things. He had this pet plastic frog that he would blow up with firecrackers. He would put stuff in blenders and blend it up. Like he would put crazy things. Like he would put like a plastic baby doll and a pineapple in a blender. He would just do outrageous things. When I saw Invisible Ray, I go, oh my God, he reminds me of like one of the local celebrities who just do these campy crazy. So I was immediately drawn to him.
I bet.
Just, and then when he pops up and he shows that he's wearing this stuff around his face.
Yeah.
I'm like, I love this guy.
Yeah.
So and then all of a sudden, Invisible Ray opens up the door to come on, help me out. He loved the Beach Boys. Oh, piece of work.
Mason.
And then from there, it just kept going. It just kept blooming.
Yeah.
Where the hell am I?
Yeah, I bet.
It was crazy, man.
It was a roller coaster, wasn't it? Those early that first season, so to speak.
Wow, man. I mean, all kinds of crazy stuff was going on.
It was, but it tied a lot of us all together, didn't it?
Yeah, it did, man. And we've developed friendships that's still going.
Yeah. We're grateful for it.
Man, I certainly hope that the current environment, I don't know, man. It's I was more hopeful to be able to visit the UK about a year ago. I'm not so sure now.
Right. We did say about this, didn't we, in our last conversation?
I really want to. I want to come. It's on my bucket list. But
I want you to come. For you, I want you to come over. You know?
yeah, man. But then again, I didn't realize though. I didn't factor in the would it be the pound
Yeah.
compared to the dollar? Like a dollar here is $1.30 where you guys are now.
Yeah. It's more.
It's going to cost me more even when I visit because
Mm.
my dollar is weaker there.
It was stronger, wasn't it?
Yes.
It's gone the other way now, and quite quickly, hasn't it? It's gone. It kind of the sterling went down and the dollar went up, and then it's now like that again.
It does not help me, man. We'll see. I mean, I haven't ruled it out, Simon, but it went from it was over 50% at one time. It's back down to like 50-50. I don't know.
Mm.
And then I'm sure, with all of everything's gone up with the tariffs, and then I don't know, airline tickets, have they gone up? I don't know. All kinds of stuff.
If we don't do it now, what's it going to be like in 2 to 3 years' time?
That's what I'm saying.
It'd
And
be
then,
even worse, couldn't it?
well, a lot of the damage that is being done won't even be felt for another 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, exactly.
But I mean, I'm not ruling it out yet. I haven't said no because I really want to in the worst way, man. Yeah. If we had a more stable country with an actual human being in the White House, it'd be a whole different story.
Mm.
But I don't understand why someone would not want other people happy. Who wants to be looked at as being a jerk off? I wouldn't want that reputation. It's crazy, man.
It's dictatorship you got over there, isn't it?
Not yet. I mean, yes and no. We had much of the United States had a march yesterday, and there were millions and millions of people. A message has been sent, but this current administration seems bent on not caring about its people. I mean, when you're giving other countries billions of dollars and bailing them out, while here you got a federal lockdown, you got people out of work. Why, and then why would you do it? Why would you do something? You're coming up on the peak of, not that it matters to me, but the holidays mean a lot to people. And it's like, this is not the best time to take work from people and money from people, especially when you get in this close to holidays. You got people with families and stuff. It's
crazy times, Michael.
It's just disheartening, I've never been more disappointed in my country ever in my life.
Have you been looking into the I3 Atlas stuff?
What do you mean? Help me out.
I3 Atlas. It's a comet which is in our solar system. Only thing is, people don't think it's a comet. They think it's an interstellar object, possibly a UFO, on a huge scale, the size of Manhattan.
Well, now, within the last year or two, the Pentagon or whatever, NASA or whatever, all of the space officials have said there are other forms of life monitoring us, coming into our airspace.
Mm.
I don't, man. Is there other life out there? It's kind of hard to believe that there isn't when you consider you almost consider space endless.
There is, in my book, there is, and there's something going on out there regarding this.
But is it that close to when you consider the vastness of space? Even if there's something else out there, the vastness of space doesn't guarantee anything would be anywhere near us. You understand? Just
Mm.
because it exists doesn't mean it's anywhere close. But
Yeah.
if what they're talking about is some kind of giant vessel, I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know.
That's what they're saying. That's what they're saying. It has an ability to speed up and slow down and change direction. That's what they're saying. And no comet can do that. It just flies through. But this is having all kind of different characters and different behaviors.
Well, I know they talked about finding craft that did what you're talking about, moving on angles that you can't normally do. But they didn't say it was the size of Manhattan. They said these were just smaller aircraft.
Yeah. But this is
There's one that's literally that massive and can move like that as well.
well, regards to the mathematics of it passing through the solar system and the scale of it, they're saying it is speeding up and slowing down as it's passing through.
So it's passing through.
It's going through our solar system. It's gone past Mars. It's now behind the sun, and now it's going to be more into view from Earth in November. You could see it probably see it through a telescope.
Okay.
And there's a lot of talk about it being extraterrestrial.
This is weird, man. I mean, this is.
There's a lot of UFO sightings footage going up on YouTube. I mean, there's a lot of orbs and that in the sky being spotted in America, and I think it's all related to what this three-eye atlas.
Well, yeah. The crazy thing about it, though, is I mean, it's not new UFO sightings. There've been UFO sightings. What's new is that the science world is not denying it anymore.
No.
But lots of people always thought there were.
It seems to be. It's not official, right? There seems to be a lot more kind of acceptance to. Yes, there is kind of attitude, isn't there? They're not denying it anymore. They're not so much hiding it so much.
No, they're saying they actually.
I don't think they can, because you've got people with cameras and phones these days.
Well, no, they're saying they've actually had contact with them. Like, what I mean by contact, not they didn't speak with them. Like, there have been fighter jets that have been pretty close near them. So
they've had conversations with them in the 60s, 50s and 60s. They've had conversations with aliens.
Well, now I don't know about. Well, I guess maybe the only thing that I know that came out, there's something called Area 51.
Yeah,
and
I know about that.
Yeah. So that goes back to the 50s, early 50s, I believe, and where they supposedly found an alien craft that had crash landed, and they apparently have alien bodies even to this day.
Yeah, you're talking about.
And that's where the whole, apparently, the whole trademark that you see now of the alien with the kind of narrow head, the big eyes that slant.
Yeah.
Supposedly from that original aliens that they found in the crash, that's kind of what they supposedly look like.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, Listen, man, I don't know. When I see them, I'll believe them. I can't. I just can't sit up here and go, yeah, yeah. There's a spaceship in our solar system. I can't say. I can't say I believe it yet. I just show it to me.
I, I went to France a couple of times as a kid,
Yeah.
growing up in the 90s, and we were traveling like cross country. I think we were somewhere. I think we were in the south of France. I can't remember where, but we were traveling in the car as a family. And my brother said, "What's that in the sky?" I looked over. I was probably about 8 or 9 years old. And I looked up to the sky and I saw these orbs. There was about, I don't know, maybe 5 orbs flying in a circle going across the sky. And I've never seen anything like that, ever. And my brother was like, "Oh, that's a UFO." And we thought nothing else of it. You know, it was like, "Oh, that's what it is." Okay. And then we went to where we were going. But like thinking about that now, I can remember what I saw. That wasn't anything human. That was definitely UFO. There's no doubt about it. I saw it. My brother saw it.
Well, the closest I ever came to it was I remember one time I was walking home. It was at night, and I got distracted by what I thought was like a flash, and I looked up in the sky, and there was a white. I guess you can call it an orb, but it was like a white ball. I looked up, and then I looked down, and I thought to myself, "Hey, wait a minute!" And I looked over there and went, "The moon's over here," and then I looked back there, and it was gone. That's the closest I ever came to what the heck was that. But I literally looked up thinking I saw the moon, just seeing a white ball. And then realizing, wait, the moon's over here. And then when I looked back over there was nothing there.
Some people just see like the one orb or the one thing in the sky. This was a group.
Yeah,
a group of orbs in a circular formation drifting through the sky, and the sky was clear. I mean, there's no explanation for that. None at all. It's like ever since then, I know that there's something else out there. For what I've seen.
Yeah. It's just crazy that we never. I mean, never. There's never anything definitive. We something's got to show up. So.
But there is stuff out there on captured on video and what have you, isn't there?
Well, until
whistleblowers, there is evidence out
there. Well, but still, there's evidence, but it doesn't necessarily mean it leads to a definite conclusion. And that's what I need to see, a definite conclusion to all of this. One of these aliens just pop up and make yourself seen so that we can stop all the speculating. I just don't want to speculate about it. To me, it matters none until they show up. Because we could speculate either one of us could drop dead next week. You know what I'm saying? So if they don't show up by next week, we've dropped dead. We'll never know anyway. So right now, whatever. If they're out there, they're out there, I guess. But to me, it matters not until they actually appear.
Yeah.
Yeah. So. I once again I feel that it's hard to believe that there can't be just mathematically
Yeah, exactly.
But the thing that makes it as easy not to believe is that even if they do exist, the vastness of space and this thing that they think is coming through the solar
Right.
system.
Atlas.
Can you can you imagine the technology it must have? Because it had to have come from distance. I mean, it had to have
I think it's thousands of years old. Scientists, I reckon, it's years and years old.
So you're talking about this vessel is 1,000 years old.
Maybe more than that. And this vessel is huge.
So how did they determine if they can't get the vessel in their sight? They don't know where it comes from. How do they determine how old it is?
I don't know.
I can't even. That doesn't even make sense to me. It's
I don't know.
thousands of years. How do you know? How in the world would you know if that vessel is thousands of years old?
I don't know. But if it's a rabbit hole you want to look into, it's all on YouTube. Find out more about it.
Well, let me ask you something. Are you a conspiracy theorist?
Yes.
Okay. I am the furthest thing from it. Because I don't like speculating about something that is not absolute. It's just a speculation. To me, it's time consuming. Yeah, it's just time consuming. Unless you're someone who's actually investigating it. Like okay, for instance, there's certain people out there that'll have an issue with something, but they'll dedicate time and energy to investigating. But just a conspiracy is all it is, in my opinion. But that's just me.
I'm big on conspiracy. The Philadelphia experiment.
Well, that's not a conspiracy. That's fact.
I don't know.
Oh, yes, it is. That has been debunked. Are you saying that the Philadelphia experiment didn't happen? Now that's different than the Philadelphia experiment, though.
Oh yeah. That is yeah.
Yeah, one thing is man-made. The other thing is.
But did they really make a ship invisible?
Oh, I got what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Well,
and lose those staff within the ship. I mean, men of 20s having heart attacks. This is. I didn't know nothing much about this, maybe till about 10 years ago.
yeah.
Well,
Well, there is something called cloaking.
Yeah.
And we do have aircraft that can turn invisible to radar.
They used Nikola Tesla's technology to make the ship invisible.
Yeah, they probably block frequencies.
Yeah.
But
and then the ship ended up in the 80s and ended up going back to the 40s. This is the 40s.
They had a movie about that.
They were doing all sorts of anti-gravity experiments and all sorts of things going on there.
Well, sometimes I think sometimes we give the what I want to call not the science community. Oh, what do I want to use? I think sometimes we give the government and a lot of these different institutions, be it aeronautics and all this stuff. I think we give them more credit than they deserve. Because some of the things that are conspiracies, I'm not even sure the United States is even smart enough to do it. Especially When you see who's running the country now, you can't even imagine them knowing anything, barely how to tie their own shoe.
There's
Um,
more old books about
what do we got here?
Jesus Christ, heir to the astronauts. Basically
Yeah,
suggesting
yeah.
Jesus
Well,
Christ is an alien.
that wouldn't be the first speculation right there.
Probably heard of Zechariah Stitching, haven't you? You know,
I,
the scholar, Zechariah Stitching, he read all the ancient tablets and make his own assessment of what they said about the Anunnaki and all that kind of stuff.
yeah. Oh man,
It's pretty deep. It's pretty deep.
you gotten? What about? Are you into the pyramids and how they may be associated to higher intelligence?
Yeah, I've read the book Adam the Missing Link. He's suggesting that the pyramids were kind of washboards for gold. I've read about all that, and the mammals which were living, the Homo erectus, I think they were called, and that they kind of the DNA was jump started into human beings. That's all. That's all in Adam the Missing Link. But I don't have it anymore. I think I sold it.
Well, just the construction of the pyramids itself, even to this day, they can't figure out how it was done.
No, they can't. They can't. And we've got this Moltok project, which is basically off the back of the Philadelphia project.
I don't think I've ever heard of that.
This is a whole different rabbit hole. I mean, if you know about the Philadelphia experiment, about the ship which was made invisible in the 40s, these were projects which were done after the 40s, and weird mind control experiments and things they did. This is like shocking, you know.
No, mind control, that is a whole different situation.
It is. What happened is they created a chair it was alien technology, and by sitting in this chair, they could, with somehow with the alien technology, they could make physical objects, right? And then once I learned to do that, they came up with a like a window into the past. What do they call it? Can't think of the name.
Portal.
Anyway, they managed to basically go into the past and into the future through this tear in the
universe.
Well, it was in the basement. This is all to do with Montauk and the facility they got over there. You know, all the weird alien stuff. Yeah. Right. Yeah, it's quite good though, and this was kind of for fun, really. It's Billy's back, suggesting that Paul McCartney died in the '60s, and this is
right. They replaced him with another guy. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really take to this. I just thought it was a good, fun read. You know, those other books I liked.
Yeah, so the problem though with conspiracies is that it starts to seep into everything. Like there's an issue that I have with certain people who create them. For instance, there's this singer named D'Angelo that just died. Very famous over here. And he died of pancreatic cancer.
Right.
I'm watching this YouTube channel, and this guy is being interviewed. And this guy is somebody who appears in a multitude of places speaking out about civil rights and issues and stuff. So they asked him the question and said, so what do you think about D'Angelo's death? And he's going, brother, he said, hey, it's no different than such and such. And so Tupac Shakur is no different than blah, blah, this, blah, blah, that. And he starts naming all of these performers who were murdered, assassinated, killed, whatever. And that hey, this might be how D'Angelo died. It might be suspect. It could have been the law. Remember what happened to her? Every time she won, and he wanted his masters, all of his recordings. When he started demanding his masters, he died. He died. Somebody must be behind it. So this guy is getting around. So he's comparing. He's saying that D'Angelo might have been taken out by the feds or this or that. D'Angelo died of pancreatic cancer, you moron. So now he's feeding the public and primarily some of the donors who, and it's being found out that this guy is really a con man. But for some strange reason, there's enough people who actually believe his garbage. They donate to him. He was supposed to start this school for African boys, young African-American boys. It's going on like 8 years since he said, it doesn't take that long to open a school. People think he's just taking people's donations and living off of it and jumping on different platforms and acting like he's some kind of leader of civil rights. And he's been getting away with this for years. So basically what he's doing is he's coming into the black community and just poisoning it, taking money from people who can less afford it, who thinks he's doing something great when he's doing nothing but getting on the internet, asking for donations. He bought 4 buildings who he says is going to be schools. They're dilapidated. He's been showing no real progress of building them. Most people that are getting wind of it going, this guy is nothing but a con man. But he's got this following of people that is keeping him breathing. Meanwhile, he's just poisoning the community even more. So now he's coming out and he's spreading more misinformation by talking about D'Angelo might have been taken out when everybody and their mother knows he died of pancreatic cancer, you bum. It frustrates me. And that's the thing about conspiracy. So now he's taking that conspiracy and he's just running away with it. And there's a bunch of people out there that's going to believe him. That's what ticks me off about conspiracy theories. Is that anybody can start it up at any time, and you're running around thinking something that's not even close to being true.
You have to take them or leave them, don't you? You either are interested or you're not.
I'll hear them, but I don't take them to heart.
No.
To me, it's just a waste of time to sit around ingesting what ifs, or what might have been, or what could be. I'm here right now. So if whatever it is possible, then show it, because I might not be here tomorrow. But since I might not be here tomorrow, there's no reason for me to speculate.
I don't think that anything's possible, you know.
I don't believe anything's possible, but I believe more things possible than I used to. Because Simon, you would have never in a million years convinced me that we would ever get a president in the White House that would go this far. But I'm not surprised.
This is just the beginning, Michael.
I'm not surprised. Because it's never not been there, Simon. It's only been under the covers.
Isn't it mad that everything seems to be happening at once? I mean, since COVID, it's been one thing after another, isn't it? And it's just the world just seems to be in a mess, doesn't it?
Well, I got a conspiracy for you.
So many different things going on that it's in various countries.
I got 2 conspiracies for you. One, okay, have you ever heard of something called the Super Collider?
No.
Okay. No, let me do this. Because you're into conspiracy theories?
Yeah.
go do some investigation. I'm not even going to talk about it. At your leisure, if you ever decide to go on YouTube or whatever and put in Super Collider, and that'll blow your mind.
Okay.
Basically, what Super Collider is, it's just this massive thing, and its purpose is to, they're trying to open a portal where we can go back and forth in time.
Right.
Supposedly, the Super Collider has done something that has disrupted the universe, and that a lot of what's going on now is as a result of them effing around with the Super Collider. They've either torn a hole in the universe, or something's happening where universes are overlapping. There's another theory that something happened just before COVID, universally, and that the reason why, because now I always thought that time sped up simply because, people tell you the older you get.
I've heard about this, that time has speeded up, and that we're seeing all these events quickly unfold because time is...
Well, they always tell you that the older you get, it seems like time goes faster.
Yeah.
Time doesn't really go faster. It's just the illusion of it.
Yeah.
Well, it does feel like time is going faster, but I'm finding out from more and more people who are not even older. I'm finding younger people going, wow, time is going by fast. I'm like, people never said that.
Yeah.
You don't hear young people say, wow, time is really going by fast.
Thing is, I think with the internet age what we live in, and the social media and everything else, all the information, all the news we absorb, we are far more aware of what's going on now than what we did maybe 30 years ago.
It's illusion. It's partially illusion. But then once again, like I said, some people think that something happened to the universe, and particularly since COVID, weird stuff. I mean, it's just been weird, man. Just been politics have been just Simon, I can't tell you how unbelievable it is to think that there's enough people in this country that can't look at him. Don't need to mention his name. Can't tell he's lying. Can't tell this. I mean, he's telling you right to your face. He told everybody what he was going to do. And some people voted for him anyway because they really didn't believe it. He told you what he was going to do.
Politics in the US, it's become entertainment, isn't it? It's surreal, isn't it?
I cannot believe what's going on, man.
It's surreal.
It's like nobody wants to take really serious things seriously.
Yeah,
it's unreal. It's unreal, and unfortunately, we're not. The only reason why he hasn't, you would think that he would have sent the military into Detroit because, of course, it's a predominantly black city. Because he's so far he's put troops in, I think, like 4 cities, but they're all in states, 1, that didn't vote for him, and 2, where either the mayor or the governor is black. So we know his modus operandi. So
is this what, to police crime?
Yeah, when there's none that they need to be here for. Yeah. See, what he's doing is he's creating
a police state.
But he's also creating hysteria that doesn't exist, so that he can create a police state. His next step will be to invoke the Insurrection Act, which will allow him to stall elections. So what he's trying, what the Republicans are trying to do, is that they're trying to stall the elections so that they can gain power and never give it back. So if he invokes the Insurrection Act, nobody's going to be able to vote.
I think ultimately it's going to lead to them trying to make you put down your guns and your weapons.
You know,
and then there will be uproar.
There was a point.
That hysteria will be real hysteria.
Well, there was a point about maybe not even a year ago. I have to say it was a point before the election where I thought, hey, maybe this country's woke up. Maybe they got dirt out of their eyes. But no, they vote them back in. It's insane, bro. To know that 30%, roughly 30-something percent of Americans can't see that this guy is just. I mean, he's literally he's a convicted felon, man.
Yeah.
He's literally been convicted of felony.
I know.
And they voted him in.
I know. It's incredible, isn't it?
It's incredible.
It is. It is.
Everybody outside of the United States can't. Their minds are blown. Believe me, there's like 40 million of us. We can't believe it either.
No, I bet.
I've
never seen such division as there is regarding the US at the moment. I mean, it's so divided.
But here's one thing that is going on, but whether or not it's too late to stop them is another thing. But there's finally cracks in the foundation of MAGA.
Well, it's worse in the UK. Yeah, we've got our own problems here.
You know, I'm hearing that it's really bad over there too.
We got a huge immigration problem, big time.
It's happening here. That's what a lot of the issues are here. But I have some hope because there are pillars of the Republican Party breaking away from Trump finally. But time is of the essence.
I agree, Rob. Trump was great, embarrassing Keir Starmer. He was. I mean, Trump would he's everything what Keir Starmer isn't he? You know.
Well, I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. I just know that
if I had choice of Trump or Keir Starmer in the UK, I would go for Trump every day.
No.
Every day.
No.
Because with Trump, you know action is going to happen. You know he's got to do something.
Yeah, but it's not going to be to your advantage. See, he only cares about himself. If there's got to be something in it for him, or he doesn't care about anything. He's a narcissist to the nth degree. So it doesn't matter. He's not going to care.
It's also unbelievable that the Democrats cannot find a viable candidate that can turn this around.
I left the Democratic Party in 2016. I'm an independent now. I was a Democrat all my life, but I'm tired of them. They're very soft shoe.
If you lived in the UK, you'd change your mind. I think that's directed at you, Michael.
Oh no. Listen, Rob Walker. Unfortunately, you're not African American. It's different.
And Richard, the UK is definitely dealing with another level of BS as well. We are. We both are.
Yeah, but once again, we are targets. People. I don't use the term. I hate to use the term people of color because I don't like lump blacks in with other minorities because we're a different situation. But if you're a darker complexion in the United States, you're a target, and so Trump doesn't make it better for me to be over there than over here, or over here than over there.
More online arrests in the UK than any country in the world. I mean, there's more arrests online than there is actual crime over here. You know, people are getting, you know, beat up, rapes, and these are going unpunished. But say some mean, hurty words on Facebook and upset someone, and you'd have the police round at the door.
See yeah. I mean, I've been hearing a lot more about trying to clamp down on you guys your free speech.
Massive, yeah.
I mean, you guys got to fight, man. You got to fight. I'm hoping that, like I said, see, because there's things that are happening that he's not going to be able to stop, and that is the prices of groceries continue to go up. Like, there's things that it's too late now, that even the folks who voted for him, even if they're changing their mind, we have to get to the midterms.
I mean, when oil goes up, everything else goes up. But like, they're still going up. Groceries are still going up, aren't they? Up and up. See, everything is going up.
If we get to the midterms before he can do any insurrection act, he's done. He's not going to. His last 2 years of the presidency, he's not going to be able to do anything. Because right now, the Republicans have control of everything. The only reason why there's a government shutdown is because the Republicans want to shut down. The Democrats don't have the power to do it. So, but they're over here trying to convince the American public that the Democrats are responsible for the shutdown. People are going, come on, you have the House, the Senate, and you have the White House. Stop BSing us. This shutdown is because you want one. You have all the power. Yeah. But now, if we get to midterms and he can't block elections, when we get to midterms in 2028, he's done, bro. Because all of these numbers aren't getting better. They're going to get worse. There's going to be more unemployment. The price, as long as he holds on to these tariffs, he's done. But we got to get there before he can do that. But they're starting.
Who's going to have it? Who's going to take over? Who's going to change for the better?
Well, okay. One of the things that's happening right now is that the Republican Party are expecting Trump not to make it much longer. You know, there's a lot of speculation that Trump has had strokes since he's been back in office. And there's all kinds of issues with his body that's already been pointed out. There have been multiple times where there have been blocks of days where he hasn't been on the internet or hasn't been seen. That's not like Trump. Trump wants to be in front of you every day. Trump was missing for 6 days.
So he has health problems.
Automatically, the press is like, where is this guy at? He's been showing up because, like, when he's sitting at his desk or when he's in any public forum and he's sitting down and they can see his ankles are really swollen up. He's got these black patches on his hand, both hands, that he's trying to cover up with flesh tone makeup. And people are asking, what is these black marks on your hand? The White House press conference says, oh, well, he's shaking so many people's hands that they're bruised. People don't believe that. They were saying that about his right hand until they found and discovered he had it on his other hand. They said, well, wait a minute now. So he's shaking people's hand with both hands? First of all, Trump has always said he's a germaphobe. The last thing he wants to do is shake people's hands. So there's something wrong with him. His speech is slurred. One side of his mouth is a little crooked. They think he's been having. Yeah, he's had strokes.
That throat with his slurred speech.
Yeah, they think that he's, and that's why they think that the Republicans are preparing for MAGA to implode. Like, because once Trump is gone, they need somebody to fill that void.
Hmm.
So what they want to try and do is they hope Trump hangs on long enough, have the Insurrection Act. They can prevent people from voting. Hopefully he kills over and they can get JD Vance in his place. You see their strategy?
Right.
They know Trump ain't got long to go. People are speculating Trump may not make 4 years.
Really? You think he's dying?
Dude, I would have said no, but man, there's things going on with this guy that make you think he's not well. And he said on 2 occasions just recently. One, he goes, I'm not sure if I'm going to get into heaven. He said this out loud. I'm not sure if I'm getting to heaven. Some people say I'm not doing so well. Really? That's interesting you would say that. But see, Trump says a lot of stuff out loud.
He does.
That's why you have to believe what he says. Some people. Hey, how you doing, return? Oh, you said hello. Are you saying hello to another Michael or me?
Another Michael Ricefield.
I thought you said. Yeah. So the latest, and this has been going on now, Simon, for like the last 4 or 5 months. People are speculating. First of all, that he's sicker than the White House wants to tell you. The White House wants to tell you there's nothing wrong with him. Something's wrong with him. Secondly, they think that he might be so messed up that he might be literally dying. And they think that maybe he may not even make the full 4 years. So
Didn't know that.
And the reason why they need to get JD Vance in there before people can vote, because they know JD Vance is hated. He would never win an election.
Right.
They can't afford for Trump to go through 4 years and then JD Vance. Well, Trump's trying to stay in there. They can't afford for Trump to die without getting JD Vance in there, because they know he'll never win an election. And I guarantee you, JD Vance is licking his chops. He can't wait for him to drop dead. JD Vance is probably sitting at home now going, I'm sure he's, because JD Vance is a jerk off. He is a real jerk.
I didn't know that his health was questionable. That's news to me.
Big time.
Right.
Yeah. You know, and something else that backfired in his face. He called over 800. He called 800 generals to Washington so that he can blast them.
Yeah, did he make them redundant or something?
Do you know how much money it cost us taxpayers for him to fly 800 generals from around the world? Do you realize how many generals were not at their command post?
I didn't know. I mean, 800 sounds a staggering amount.
From around the world.
Wow.
I think it backfired because I guarantee you, those 800 generals, I guarantee you when they left. See, one of the things a dictator needs, or he has no power, he needs the military. Now, even though people say, and I've heard this many times, and they could be furthest from the truth. People say that Trump runs the military and the military has to do what he tells them to. No, they don't.
In his first tenure, I remember him mentioning about space, that was going to be a big thing. Is that still on the agenda? Creating I don't know.
He created an organization called the Space Force, but
Space. Yeah.
but
Where did that go? Is that a thing?
it's just a name. That's all he did. He doesn't know. He don't care, man. Listen, man. His advisors tell him something, he runs with it. I mean, Trump doesn't read. You know, he doesn't care about much, man. It's all about making money and staying in power. That's all he's concerned about. You know. So, but what was I saying? Oh, doggone it! I was saying about that he was sicker than perceived. Um, yeah. So people say that. Well, how are you going to stop Trump because he runs the military, and the military has to do what they tell him? See, here's the problem. First of all, Trump breaks laws every day of the week. He's been breaking laws left and right, or at least the constitutional laws. According to the Constitution, the military answers to who? The Constitution. That is the final word. It is not the president. So, if enough generals believe that Donald Trump is unfit, the military is not going to get behind him. And I guarantee you, a lot of those generals went, there's no way in the world he's going to have to fire me. But if he tries to turn us against the American people, we're not going to do it. See, because the people that he's got going out against him in these cities right now are a group that they are hiring called ICE.
Right.
And so this is not really a police force. This is more like a vigilante force. It's more like mercenaries. They're not, and then they're hiring just about anybody off the street. And there's enough racists in America who are running to be a part of this new police force that Trump and the Republican Party has created to go into these cities. But if he thinks the military is going to turn against the American people, I don't believe they are. That's if there's one thing that's gonna save us over here, Dale, is the military. If the military, if Trump gets ready to do something super bombastic that's gonna take the military and it's gonna do harm to the people, pretty sure the military ain't gonna get behind that. And if they don't,
it sounds to me like it's gonna get messy.
If they don't get behind him, it's over. Because if they don't get behind him, they'll drum him out. He'll be out of office. Because he will be no threat. He will be no threat.
Someone else will come along, won't it? And you'll have different problems.
No. If MAGA crashes, the Republican Party has to start from scratch and rebuild that whole party. Because the Republican Party can no longer stand the way it is. It's over. MAGA has totally corrupted the Republican Party. It has to rebuild from scratch.
But to undo everything what Trump is doing is not going to be an easy.
No, it's going to be hard to.
I mean, he's done a lot of
damage. He's done tremendous amounts of damage already. Yeah. So
to even go into that and try and sort that out.
Yeah, it's a mess. It's a mess. But once again, we've got to somehow get to these midterms. If we don't
I
get to
I think it more likely to continue than be undone.
if we can get to the midterms, he's through. Because then we take over all those seats, he'd never get anything passed. See, we got to get back control of something. They've got it
I
all.
see it just it going away. I can just see it continue. With Trump or without Trump, I can't, it doesn't matter who you get in, who you put in. The groundwork is laid, and I just see it.
The reason why, okay, here's the reason why. If the reason why if Trump and MAGA collapses, the reason why you won't see somebody like Trump trying to fill that void, because if MAGA collapses, everybody in his cabinet, including him, they're all going to prison. If MAGA, if the Democrats win back the White House, if we could get through 4 years of Trump and win back the White House, all those folks they're going to prison for a long time.
4 years, a long time in politics. A lot is kind of
actually
happening in 4 years.
Let's we talk about time speeding up, not winners of politics, huh?
Yeah, we're going to go full circle here, aren't we? Back to what we were originally talking about.
Yeah. But here's another good thing. At the state level, like he wants to do things at the state level, and governors are going, no, you're not. So there's a certain amount of power that states have that federal government can't do. Really, he's breaking constitutional law by putting the National Guard in the cities. He's already broken constitutional law. If he would have stepped down as president today, he'd go to prison because he's already broken.
So constitutional law is constantly being stepped over, though, isn't it? I mean,
he does it every day.
That was going on through the Bush administration. 25 years ago. That was going on. Maybe not to this scale, but
dude,
to some degree.
This is nothing like any president. Do not make the mistake that Trump is in a line of the North.
Rob's saying here, says your cities aren't safe. Jesus, he's stressing this.
Listen. Once again, let me finish this out. The only reason why, and you would think, because this is an all-black city, you'd think that Trump would have his troops. The only reason why he's not messing with Detroit is Michigan, and this state is crazy. Michigan went his way. If he brings troops into Michigan, if we get to another election, he'll lose Michigan. You see what I'm saying? That's all strategy. He's only putting those troops into cities that have black leadership. Now, once again, we're protected under the umbrella, and that doesn't mean he won't do it here because eventually he has to do it in all 50 states. He has to. But at least in the meantime, the reason why we're under the protection, we have a white governor, female governor, who he doesn't like. Granted, he doesn't like her at all. But the only reason, and then we have a white mayor. But the only reason why he's sparing Michigan right now is because Michigan voted for him. So he doesn't want to mess with his base. Well, Rob Walker, you okay? Well, then you can have it. We should send them over there to you guys. We're not high on authoritarianism over here. Well, I guess you could say we are. We're kind of half and half with it.
They are.
Fascism in the U.S.
Weak as water, police over here.
And listen,
We love Trump.
our police aren't weak. That's the problem.
No,
He's
he's talking about
over there.
UK.
You have weak police. Over here, he's trying to give the illusion we have it. We don't.
You're becoming a police state more and more, aren't you?
Well, he started it. Nobody asked for this. He's just starting it. Trump just starts stuff, man. Like you can be sitting there having a barbecue and he says, "Hey, it's raining." No, it's not. Yes, it is. And he just tell you it's raining. All right.
That's funny.
Yeah. One, I don't know, man. So once again, she might not have been perfect, but if Kamala Harris would have gotten in, we'd been a lot better situation. No, it wouldn't be heaven, and a lot of people would be upset with her. But she wouldn't be an insurrectionist. She wouldn't be trying to take over. She wouldn't be trying to become a queen. See, Simon, that's beyond the pale. Even Nixon had respect for the damn office. There hasn't been a president, I don't care how dirty they were. They respected the office. This guy doesn't. He cramps on the office. He doesn't care. So, he just all he wants to do is make us look bad around the world. I'm so embarrassed when I see him over there with other leaders, and they're laughing at him. They're looking at him, and he's so oblivious to it.
I think if you come over to the UK, Michael, you might not go back, will you?
See, here's the problem with Trump. If Kamala Harris was in office, I would come over there. The fact that Trump is in office, I can't do it. Why? Because my finances are tied to the United States.
Yeah.
So even if I moved over there, Simon, and he cut benefits over here, my money gets cut. Then what? Now I can't afford to stay.
Yeah.
You see, so unfortunately I'm locked in. I can't. I would love to. One of the things I wanted to do, Simon, was to maybe figure out a way of living over there, maybe 3 or 4 months out of the year and then coming back and forth,
Right.
Not now. Not while he's in office. It's not going to happen. Not while America's money is tied up. We're tied up all over the place. I can't really afford to leave. And that's why I'm saying right now, I'm not even sure I'm afford to be able to visit next year. We'll have to see.
It's shocking that how the politics over where you are is so bad that it's affected you not being able to come over here. That's bad, isn't it?
Because we don't know what he's going to do tomorrow.
Of your thinking and everything else like that. I mean, we've got problems going here, but that doesn't mean to stop me. I could go somewhere in Europe or travel some country. I could still have to go up sticks and do that if I wanted to.
Listen, I can go and visit place. It's not like I can't go someplace to visit. I can't go any other place outside the United States and live.
No,
I can't take up residency.
But then you can come over here for a couple of weeks, then, can't you?
Yeah, but why now? Especially with tariffs, everything is going up, man. I don't want to come over there when everything is bleeding expensive. It's not going to be any fun. I'm not going to have any fun going over there and spending tons of money that I really shouldn't have to because this clown has got everybody on tariffs. I don't know, man. I once again, I gotta. If he
can't see it going any other way, though. So, I think if you're going to do it, you should do it
I mean,
Now,
I've already had a couple other things happen recently financially. It has nothing to do with Trump. That now I have to take out of my expenses and put to on a monthly basis. So it's taking more of my savings away from me.
yeah.
Yeah. So I even before Trump, I've already been impacted by certain things that have.
I mean, I can't, there's no way you truly know your circumstances. You know, I can only just get a gist of what you tell me. So, like, you would know out of,
Oh
know,
yeah. I mean,
you would know your situation.
yeah, and the potential for damage being done is not over. As a matter of fact, the real damage hasn't happened yet, and I'm already affected. So once again, he could turn around tomorrow and go, "Okay, we're gonna cut my military benefit. If he cuts my benefits, or cut it by 20%, that's devastating."
Rob says, "Why visit this shit show of a country, Michael?"
Because I've never been there, so you can only tell me it's a shit show because you live there. Okay. Yeah, I don't think you understand how much I dig the European aesthetic. I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure I might have been. Well, I don't know if there's any Moor in my blood because the Moors were in Europe during the Renaissance period. The Moors have always been in Europe, in the Mediterranean, Spain, particularly Spain. I'm pretty sure in the past life I probably was, I might have been European in the past life. I don't know. I love rainy days.
You're lucky.
And it's always raining in England.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love rain. Oh my goodness. I don't know. It's just one of those things. It's just a bucket list. I mean, Rob, you don't have any bucket lists, man? Manchester was okay 30 years ago. Well, I know nothing's the same, but I still want to stand in Manchester. I don't have to go anywhere. I just want to stand on the concrete. Manchester. Okay, here it goes. Rob, Manchester. Uh, uh, well,
London.
Liverpool, Sheffield. Got to go to Sheffield.
Sheffield?
Oh hell yeah!
Why Sheffield?
Dude, Heaven 17, Human League. I mean, there's so many great bands came out of Sheffield. Definitely want to go to Germany. Particularly, I would like to go to Berlin. And I want to go to Dusseldorf. The reason why I want to go to Dusseldorf is because I want to go and stand in front of Kling Klang Studios. That's Kraftwerk Studios. And it's in Dusseldorf. Just like most visitors want to go and walk across Abbey Road, I want to go and visit Kraftwerk's studio. That's my Abbey Road. So that's the reason why I want to go to Dusseldorf. But Simon, you said something very important to me when I had the stream the other time. You said when you come to visit, hold off Germany, do all of the other stuff because Germany is a different, and I might want to take a longer time to have to do that. So I'm going to follow your advice on that.
Yeah.
Germany off on this trip, but what is it? Poland is amazing. I've heard that. I've heard Poland is cool, but that's taking me too far away. I'm trying to centralize and see. I'm not going, and I'll tell you, it doesn't matter what you bring up, chat. I have specific places I'm going. You're not going to deter me from it because these are places that I've wanted to go all my life. So if I ever get over there, I'm going to those places first before I go anywhere.
I think you'll have enough to contend with in the UK rather than bringing in European places.
No, that's all I'm going to do.
Particularly London. I mean, London's huge.
Yeah, man. So And once again, thank goodness things are close. Like you said, there's 2 to 3 hours between trips between the places that I want to see.
Yeah. You just want to put your foot on the concrete in these places. There's nothing you need, just to see them, just to be there, just to say that
Yes.
you don't you?
Yeah, I
More,
just want to be there.
more than actually do anything, or you know what I mean?
And say Rob says, been to Sheffield 50 times, don't bother. But I've never been. I'm sure you're bored with it. You got to realize that people have an experience. You're probably looking into totally different eyes than you are. You have an emotional tie to it. I have an emotional tie, but it's an emotional tie that has nothing to do with having contact with it other than music.
That's where the all the steel industry was in Sheffield, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, I've heard countless times. I had the pleasure of spending time with Florian Schneider, one of the founding members of Kraftwerk. One night they had a concert here back in 1998, and after the show, me and some friends of mine went to the small little sushi slash bar that had a little club in the basement with DJs. We went down to the basement, and lo and behold, Kraftwerk was in the basement club. Apparently, after the show, because a lot of times when they come to Detroit, they hit like a club or two because they know techno was created because of them and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, so we meet Kraftwerk. Me and some friends wound up walking around downtown Detroit with Florian Schneider. One thing he told us, he said, it's funny. Dusseldorf, Detroit reminds me very much of Dusseldorf. Very industrial. A lot of dark clouds in the sky and a lot of steel. I go, yeah. I've heard that from a lot of Europeans because Detroit has our architecture is killer, dude. We've got architecture here that is incredible. But a lot of Europeans say Detroit reminds them of Europe because of we're heavily industrial. A lot of gray, rainy days. That's why I know I will enjoy it. When my son went to uni in Sheffield, it's okay. Some good record shop and bars. Yeah, but once again, it's not. My visit isn't necessarily pinpointed at doing any one thing in particular. I just want to be there. That's it.
Europe is beyond help. Stay away from.
Yeah, but something, Rob, you're saying all of this, but you're only one person.
Germany's a nice country to visit. Germany. It's very tidy, very clean.
Yeah, but
I don't think it's not really like the other European countries as Germany. It's quite different.
Yeah, but Simon, you're encouraging me to come. You're not encouraging me to stay away.
Well, I think you could do Germany,
No, I'm saying you're encouraging me to do this trip. Period. Wherever
I want you to. I want you to.
Rob Walker is saying don't. Like, are you kidding me? You crazy? I already got somebody over on your side telling me to come. You're outnumbered. I want to come. Simon wants me to come. You don't. 2-1.
I think that's just Rob in general. He just likes to,
Oh yeah, I know. I see Rob.
Things down.
I remember Rob from when I was used to be back here. I remember him very well. Good to see you, Rob.
Met him in the flesh about a week or so ago now.
I saw your video. Yeah. And then the other reason, man, I want to visit James.
Yes, James. Yes,
he's one of the main reasons.
I haven't seen him for ages.
See, this is the one thing that's going to help financially. James said I can spend some time, with him. So
I do.
But once again, I may not be able to spend all my time there. I might have to get a hotel. Yes, cheers to you. Cheers to you too, Rob. No, Rob, he's on the Waxed, aren't you, Rob? Doesn't he pop up on there sometimes? I thought I may be wrong.
I think he has in the past. I don't think he has recently.
Hasn't it recently? Okay.
I don't think so.
Yeah, but no, man, I really do. I would love. I can't imagine it. There's Big Ben. Yes.
I think you would probably have to stay at James. You know, I think that's the answer is you would have to stay at James for your duration.
It would help.
Yeah. I mean, he's based in London, right? So,
and believe me,
right,
I'm gonna. Now it's not going to be till 27, so I don't feel the need to like try and look for kind of tickets now. It's still a little too early, but I'll tell you this. Okay, my plans are because see, I wanted to come in 2026, but that's definitely not happening. So I'm sorry, my plans were to come this year, but it's not happening. Next year, if I do come, I want to come there in October, November, sometime around then.
So about a year's time now.
Year's time. Practically a year from now. I would like to literally be in Europe around this time next year. So
well, that's doable, though, isn't it?
Was that again?
That's doable for you, though, isn't it?
Once again, we have to see financially. So what I'm going to do is probably what do you say? Maybe 6 months before I want to leave, maybe start looking for tickets. I don't know. What do you think, Simon? Wouldn't it be the best time to look for a round trip ticket to Europe, to London? That's what I would. It wouldn't be during the holiday. It wouldn't be during the summer, so a lot of people wouldn't be traveling in the fall because our oh, wait a minute. When it's the fall here, what kind of weather is it over there? Okay, what's the weather like now?
It's autumn, isn't it? So,
Okay,
I mean, it's mild.
What's your average temp right now?
I don't know. I mean, it's mild weather. It's cloudy a lot of the time. You know.
Are you like in the 50s, 60s? That's or shall I say? Oh, you have Celsius. I forgot. Yeah. Anyway, if this, I think our seasons, are pretty similar. I don't know. Do you have to wear a jacket? Does it get chilly at nights?
So as of like 9 o'clock onwards, it might get a little bit chilly, but like a light jacket will probably do you, you know.
But I'm thinking that
the season it doesn't start getting cold until December. You know, it goes right all the way into December now. Where it starts
here in Michigan, we can get 4 seasons in 3 days. I mean, it's crazy how our temperatures just 12 to 15, 58 to 60. And I love the fall is my favorite time of the year. That's why I want to come there in the fall anyway.
Well, yeah, the kids will be in school, so like there's been no holidays.
Exactly,
should be good.
Exactly. And it'll be before any travel season. I'm thinking the October, November next year would be ideal. I would venture to guess that the tickets would be at least decently priced. We wouldn't be worried about any direct holiday coming up or anything that would get in the way.
In a year's time, you come in here, right? And then you're going to get on the phone, you're going to call me and say, look, Simon, I've landed. And we're going to talk.
Where are you at?
It's going to happen. It's going to happen, Michael.
You're quite a ways away from.
I'm right in the south, right along the south coast.
If I was staying with James, with James, you couldn't make it up.
Yeah, I could probably make it up to London. Yeah.
If it would be a trip going out of your way, wouldn't expect you to do it, but that would be cool.
It could be done. It could be done.
Yeah, man, that'd be awesome. That'd be awesome. I was hoping that possibly, maybe somehow coordinated where James is.
We could end up going to Reading's Record Fair. Meet up there. And Reading's only half an hour away from London.
Sure,
Right.
I would be open to it. Excuse me. Yeah, I'd be open to that for sure. But yeah, man, it's see, because I was in the service, so I saw all of Asia. I saw Japan, I saw Hong Kong, Thailand. I even went to Australia, Korea, but I'd never been to Europe or the Mediterranean. So I've always wanted to come to England. So that's a bucket.
Do it. Fuck the politics. Get your ass over here. Something you want to do. It's on your bucket list.
It's not politics. It's not politics. It's economics.
Positive, Michael.
Unfortunately, the economics is tied up in the politics.
I know. You'll work it out. You'll be all right. Remortgage the house.
Mortgage the house. Actually, it's an apartment, but hey, what the hell? But, yeah. So, I don't know. We'll see. You ever been over here?
Never.
No? Now's not the time, but
yeah. I did have a cousin who lived just outside New York a few years back, but that was I was too young then, really,
Yeah. So what you got planned up for the rest of the evening?
Not a lot, really. Just gonna sort of try and get a few videos done.
Goof around. Just goof around.
Yeah, I'll prepare myself for work tomorrow morning, and just take it easy, really.
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah, I'm just. Well, actually, there's another channel. See, I had 3 channels going in 3 different communities: the collector, this one, and the music channel. So after I'm done here, I'm going over to the music channel because there's a group that I hang out with over there, and one of the channels is coming up on. They've been doing 365 days straight. This is 364. Tomorrow is the 365th day. I'm thinking about jumping up on their stream. I never have. They know me very well from the chat, but they've never seen me.
Right.
So they're having this free-for-all today and tomorrow where they're just inviting anybody to just come up on the stream if they want to. So I might even do that tonight because I think it's going on right now even as we speak. And then they're going to do it again tomorrow, and I might jump on there tomorrow. I haven't decided yet. So that's what I'm going to do after this. I'll probably grab something to eat first, having that dinner.
Right.
And then I'll...
right for you. You got the whole day to sort of plan what you want to do. I've got 35 minutes till midnight now.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Hey.
We're so way ahead of you, aren't we?
Let me tell you something.
Sorry, Michael. Just to answer one question, I've got a Leeds video which is in the can, which will be probably up in a couple of weeks' time. So I've still got a backlog of videos I'm trying to schedule and get out there. I don't like to put out more than 1 video per week.
Yeah, I'm glad that you come on at this time, man, because the afternoon for me is great. The reason why there was some toxicity over there as well. But the main reason why I needed to leave is because I was getting burned out, man. And I like collecting, and I'm not going to stop collecting, but spending that much time in the group, in the stream, was taking me away from my love, music. And I do want to do a live performance in 2027. There's a reason why I want to do it, because it's the anniversary of a particular occasion. And I want to create a a live show dedicated to that situation. Trying to be active on 3 different channels and then doing my other stuff, it's impossible.
I don't know how you can do that.
And then the other thing was, in the collectible community, a lot of the guys who streams are West Coast.
Yeah.
Where you're 4 hours ahead of me, West Coast is 3 hours ahead. So sometimes their streams are at 10 in the evening,
Right.
1 in the morning here.
Yeah.
So my sleeping has become very erratic. That's not good for my health.
No.
You know, and once again, I have to pare down. I have to say, well, what's most important to you? Well, music's more important than anything.
Of course.
Nothing is more important.
About a year or so ago, I was doing regular live streams every Friday. And
I remember, man.
I found that demanding. Just doing one a week for 2 to 3 hours is still a lot, really. As well as doing videos and everything else involving YouTube, as well as working.
Yeah.
Family, children, and the rest of it. You know, it is.
Just before you started breaking, remember? Okay, we had done not that last one, but we had done. I had done a stream with you and some of the guys, and then but there was just before you took a break.
Right.
And I was saying, yeah, I want to, because I had been watching you before I came on with you guys, and then after I came on with you, said, "Wow, that was fun. I want to jump back on with him again." And that's when you just, at that particular time, you said, "Bloom," and I think you went dark for almost 3 months. It seemed 4 months. It was a long time.
Could have been that long.
It was at least 2 months.
Right.
Right? Was it?
Yeah. I think I was just a bit fatigued. I've had a lot. There's been a bit of drama to deal with. I've had some things go on at home and all kinds of reasons, really.
Yeah. Well,
you get
it was for 4 months. I think it might have been a good solid too. I remember it was like the Fridays would come up. I said, "Where's he at?" And he wasn't sure. And I said, but the timing was just happened to be just when I was ready to come up some more, and that's when you took your break.
That was unfortunate, really. I mean, when you come in the past, it's been great. We've had a good, a good few chats.
But that was only because I had a little gap of time from the collectible community. Now that I'm totally away from them, I can just I can spread my time around a lot easier, whatever way I want to do it.
Well, knowing that you're going to be around is going to sort of encourage me to do more regular live streams, because I know that the chances are you might come over. So
a lot. If I persist this way, like I said, I've found myself having more time to devote to 2 channels than to 3. So,
right,
yeah, it's already it's been less demanding on me.
You're always welcome, Michael. All the time. Yeah.
I appreciate that, my friend. You've always been very respectful, and I appreciate that very much. I am honored to be here as well. So,
pleasure's mine.
Yeah. Well, Simon, I am going to go have dinner. It's been a pleasure once again. And okay, so let's briefly, before I bid you adieu. So, what is our next task for our next meetup? Is it that 10-10 or what do you want to do? 10-10 or
what was the other one we suggested?
Can't remember.
I'm sure there was. What was it?
I only remember the 10-10 because I was trying to think of stuff before we met tonight. It's like, what could we concentrate on? And it's hard to think because
you did suggest something, and it was a good idea.
I did?
You did, yeah.
What did I suggest?
I can go back and have a look.
Yeah, because I can't remember what it was. Crazy. Yeah. Pleasure The privilege is mine. Yeah, Spring Hill Gym.
Hold on, Jimmy. I might need another way of contacting you, Michael.
That's the other thing I wanted to ask you. I'm glad you asked me because I've been. So we got email address or what? I mean, what's the? Do you have a? Well, what other accounts do you have? I mean, how you tell me? You tell me what's the best way to get a hold of you.
Either by email or maybe WhatsApp or something like that.
Well, I don't do WhatsApp. We
That's
both
fine.
have email. Let's do email.
Email's fine.
All right. Do you now? Were you staying on after I left, or are you going to kill it when I leave?
I'll stay on. I'll stay on.
Okay, then. While I'm here, you want to put your email? We should do private chat.
We'll sort it out after the live stream. We'll close the live stream down now, and then we'll get the details backstage. Yeah, sound good to you?
Oh, I thought you were staying on.
No, we've done like 3.5 hours now, so
that's why I was asking if you were closing down.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So I'll just stay on until you close it out.
Yeah. We'll wrap it up now.
Very well. No, once again, hey, thanks a lot, Simon. Appreciate it. And yes, you will see me again soon.
Hope so. Let's hope so. And thank you all in the chat with your comments. It's great seeing you all talk about what we've been discussing and interacting. So we do appreciate everyone's support. So thank you, Michael. Thank you, those in the chat. We'll wrap it up from here. See you next Sunday, possibly.
Possibly.
Who knows?
It could be a joke.
All right.